Okay. We're good. Actually, before we start, let me see how this tastes. This is the different blend. It's a grocery store blend, but it's one of those nicer grocery stores. But this is the blend from Sumatra, somewhere in Asia. I forget where, but let's see how this is. Oh, that's good. Hey, that's not bad. Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Sir. Coffee with Soul. I'm your host. We're gonna chat. We're gonna talk. And in my case, I want to listen. I want to do some listening. The topic that I put in for today's title is, what are people saying about the 11-2 story? And I'm seeing some stuff from social media, and I'm seeing people parodying some of the, certain talking points. But I'm going to be asking throughout stream as people drop in. I want to ask like what people think about this upcoming story, or at least like the environment, the setting, blah blah blah. What are people saying? Because I'm wondering to myself, are people just saying things just to say it? Because some people do. And some are legitimately wanting to share their critiques about like Koresh and the ethereals and like how things are being presented, and how this chapter one, how season one of the World Soul Saga. I'm gonna kind of normalize that season one of the World Soul Saga. It's covering a lot of, it's kind of touching on like a lot of these beginning plot points that are going to be addressed like a little bit later. Some things are being resolved, for example, like Undermine, that's mostly resolved, at least with the city. I'm going to guess that with Koresh, things are going to be mostly resolved again, where Dementius, the threat of Dementius is going to be you know taken care of again, something like that. But there's all sorts of like different plot points that aren't being taken care of yet, that we're holding off for later. And to me, that's okay when I again peel back, or step back and take a look at this as, season one, chapter one of this mega expansion. But I'm gonna want to hear from folks, so feel free to chime in or not. It's all good too, because otherwise I'm just gonna be looking for transmog stuff. I'm still trying to decide what I want to use my last purchase of chips for, because I don't know what I want. I didn't realize that even going for like this cloak, the super rare cloak, that it's also a 6 of 8, so it already comes as like the mythic appearance, which I don't want. I want to get like, I don't think I have any of the appearances yet, actually. Let me see. Something go pack. So 1, 2, okay, there's this one, and then those two. So like so I don't have the blue one. If I buy the one off of this vendor, then that's the mythic one. That kind of sucks. So I guess what that means is, if I even get it to drop off of heroic, then it's going to be 6 of 8 there too, isn't it? Because that would suck. I wouldn't want that either. So like, in order for me to get this thing, yeah, how the fuck am I gonna get this? how I'll get these appearances? Oh, that sucks, dude. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna handle it. Anyway, let's say hi to people. First person to say hi is Arcadius. Hey, what's up? You get a point. What's up to Arumas, to Puddle Jumper, to Ghosty, Patty Cakes, and Zabrock? No one chiming in on YouTube yet. I need a sanity check, and just to make sure that it's it's broadcasting correctly. Here, I'll just go there myself. Let's take a look. What's up, Andy? All right, so you're probably gonna have to wait to run it in Raid Finder mode in the next expansion. Ah, bummer. I guess I could just queue up for Raid Finder and try to get it, because I think that's it, right? That's my only recourse, which kind of like blows. All right, I'm trying to get this thing to show up. Okay, so that one, that link. Okay, it's live. as people shuffle in. I'll be saying my hellos. But yeah, I would love to hear from folks, if they have any takes on it. And I'll be talking about it a little bit. Well, I addressed it a little bit last week in the weekly. So I might do it. I'll touch on it a little bit. I don't want this coming weekly to be like super long. I don't even have too much to talk about. It's just more like, hey, the dust is settling on the patch. Here's what people think, and yada yada yada. But I do want at some point to do like kind of a big look back at this season and how we've had all these different stacking events and like Blizzard's, what was Blizzard's approach this time? They wanted to keep people on and coming in with like all these little things to kind of help us along with the season content. Some folks were like, hey, this is awesome because it gives them a reason to come in and play each day or each week, every couple of weeks, because there's like a little something new to do. Some folks are like, no, not interested, and then they didn't care because it didn't really get them like any player power. But some folks, they got caught in this kind of trap where they feel like they need to come in, even though it's not something they're interested in, but they come in anyway, and then they feel miserable. And this is kind of like weird cycle of just being bleh, but still wanting to stick around anyway. Anyway, let's look at again what tier sets do I need. What's up, Phage? I'm not gonna want to wait until like raid. Yeah, while I do this, let me queue up for drops off of this guy, right? Sprocketmonger. Cool, because it's only 2 bosses. Yeah. So that won't take very long. So while we do that, let me double check. Okay, so PvP stuff. I think I did. Yeah, I did do the brawls and stuff. But I'm gonna have to be more aggressive if I want to get enough conquest till I get this stuff. I'm gonna have to do things like the what's it called, daily or whatever, call to arms, or like doing your first thing of the day, and how that's supposed to get you a conquest, I believe. Yeah, so 80 from that, buck 25 from that, and 18 each for Packed House. Oh, that's kind of depressing. I don't think I want to do that. But I'll queue up for like that one as well as Raid Finder. I'll queue up for like all the things, because I want that shield, and I still have I think 900 conquest to go. Yeah, 900 conquest. I'll hit that 2500. Can I get that in 2 months? Sure. Sure. So hope everyone's doing well. I hope your loots have been merry and that you guys have been getting cool stuff. I think even with the vault that I got this week, all I got was a Transmog chest that I quickly got rid of. And I could have gotten that go pack, that cloak, but I was just like, I don't want to get the mythic one. I wanted to be able to get like a lower track one and then upgrade it so it's like the higher one, but I don't think I'll be able to do that. Like I basically have to get one from every difficulty. I have to get the normal one, the heroic one, and then actually no, just the normal and heroic, I think. But that whole thing was confusing, so bummer. All right, while we wait for this queue to go off, let's see, surge pricing has already gone by. I haven't done any pinnacle stuff in a bit, but I don't think there is much left to get for the Undermine sets. Here, let's take a look at that. How are we looking? How am I looking on the Undermine set stuff? There we go. So I am missing... Okay, that's a different thing altogether. That's not what I'm looking... There we go. So, World Quest and World Drop. So I'm missing boots from... So I guess I just do World Quest for that one. Okay, so there's that one. And then... I can go to Unarmed Plains real quick. Let me drop by there. Guess I won't be in a Raid Finder version of Quick. I'll need to take a look at that again. This one. You can wait for midnight and buy the ensemble or the PvP weapons that only cost you 80 marks of honor. That's a lot of marks of honor, dude. That's a lot. What I'd rather wait for, and I'll wait for Comp Stomp to come in, and I'll be, and I'll want to amass marks of honor whenever that comes by. But I'm only interested in the shields. If I can avoid that, I don't want to deal with it. So it's like, what can I get now? And if I can kind of stay caught up on it, then I don't need to wait until the next expansion thing, or I can like save it for ensembles instead of arsenals. Because again, I'm not really like, I'm not going to care too much for the, like the other weapons. I get my shields, I'm good. Speaking of, let's see if we get lucky. Wormforged gauntlets, nope. That's a big doo-doo. What else we got? Nope. And talked to that person already. And a trinket. Come on, man. Yeah, denied. Okay. So nothing there. I think I will need to go to like ICC again, because I think that's what I've been doing. Yeah, that's what I've been doing lately. So I might as well just head in there now while I wait for queues to pop. Yeah, to me, Comp Stomp is like the only way to farm marks of honor. Otherwise, if you're doing BGs, you're doing it for the love of the game. Respect. But I'm not all about respect. I'm all about the Transmog, baby. So we're at day XDX of waiting for more player housing news. It's kind of agonizing. Oh, I should turn this in too. Man, I'm like ADD and all over the place. Like I'm seeing something. Ooh, I better do that. I better do this. I better do that. Lots of small things to do. But nothing consequential. Yeah, it's all good. I won't mind running the raids and legacy raids and raid finder. I don't mind that so much. Okay, so where do I turn this in? Striking back. Oh, that's just referring me back to the damn portal thing. I don't even turn it in there. I haven't finished farming up the Burning Blossoms. There's still stuff to get there. I haven't run through the Eastern Kingdoms yet. But as long as I get like a certain amount, then I'll be okay. And then maybe I'll switch to another character and farm the rest on some other dude. It won't be a big deal. I think I want to bring this down to 10 normal. You got sticky notes that right to remember what I want to do. There's some cool add-ons where that help with that. It's a real pain to set those up though here in WoW. Like you're better off just a notepad, pen and paper, and all that stuff. You don't need anything super sophisticated to keep your thoughts organized. But I'm very bad at keeping my thoughts organized. Like, I'm pretty convinced I got some undiagnosed thing going on. I just get pulled all over the place. Very, very easily get distracted by stuff. Like, ooh, squirrel, look at that. Wife will be like, dude, you're like a puppy. Like, you just see something and then you're like super distracted. Like, I don't mind driving, but I don't like driving. Did I just totally contradict myself? I'm not big on driving. For me, I have no passion for it. Like, I just want to get from point A to point B, that's it. Like, if driverless cars were an actual reliable thing, I would totally do it. They're not. But I would totally do it if I could. And a lot of it's because like if I'm like driving by, like I'll, you know, of course, be aware of the road and everything. But if I see a puppy on the road, I'm like, ooh, puppy, what kind of puppy is that? Ooh, babe, look, it's a big floof or whatever. So she tends to drive, and I look for dogs. She looks for really cool looking cars. I look for dogs. We'll be having a conversation about something. And it'll be a serious conversation. We're talking about rent, we're talking about life, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, ooh, puppy. And she'll be like, oh my God. All right. I need to give this guy a second. Let him get it out of his system. Here we go. Busy. Pretty good, but I'm going to be getting close to having to teach my kids to drive, and I'm super worried. Why are you worried about it? Or what worries you about it? That's another way to put it. Several funhouse lenses. Okay. Comp is so boring though. I can like do maybe 3 matches, and then I'm okay. I'm done and bored. I'm goal motivated when it comes to that phase. I'm like, I want my thing. I'm gonna get it. You know, in the case of future comp stomps, because like I've met all my goals now, so I don't need to farm marks of honor. But like just in case, like if it next time it comes by, I'll do a little bit. You know, I'll get a handful of stuff because it's easy, right? I'll do it during stream. I'll pop in a movie and I'll do stuff. It's farming, right? It's farming. It's grinding. That's just kind of how it goes. Cars these days don't have a real e-brake. Feel like I have to buy a burner car to have them mess up. Oh, they don't have a. Well, do you need one though? That feels like yeah. What do you need a manual brake for these days? If that's entertaining for you, anyone else on it, hey, I'm happy for you. No, that's all good. No, we all got takes. But that's how I'll handle it, you know. Sometimes the path of least resistance, just do it. Just do it. Now, BGs are people, you know, PvP, like that. The passion for that has long left me for years and years. That left with Cataclysm. As soon as Cataclysm was done, like I was pretty much done with PvP. I think part of it is because at the end of Cataclysm, between that and moving to, what is it called? Miss Pandaria, we did a big server change. So we all shifted to like a new thing. And because of that, so I left my old community of, you know, my old server rep and all that. Like all that's done and over with. So it's like starting new, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to like start learning like, okay, who are the people to look out for on, you know, on servers and stuff. Like that's kind of dull. I'm like, so no big deal. So I just kind of like stopped. This is my minecart. But every now and then, jumping in, that's cool. Get yourself blooded up a little bit. Break the monotony. I think what really killed me for like the whole Mark of Honor farm was how Legion just spoiled us for it. I think Legion was when they started Marks of Honor, if I recall correctly. And we got it from doing World Quest. We got it from doing Warden Towers. And it was thanks to that people were able to amass tons and tons of Marks of Honor. Tons of honor levels. And since then, you know, it's more or less a trickle. Get out of my thing, it's mine. Let's see, who's their healer? I can't tell. Don't fight the bear. Fight the healers. Doofus. Okay, some of these guys are they're kind of phoning it in. But then they're winning too. So yeah, I don't know what gives. I think when my nephew, when it was time for him to start driving, his dad bought him no, he didn't buy it for him. His dad had a Mustang, but then he's a cop too, and he barely uses his actual car. So he ends up taking this car, and I'm like, damn, it's a nice and new and everything, and modern. Which I'm like, this is sophisticated. Bye bye. Ooh, we caught up. Oh, the evil stuff. Okay, now all of a sudden we seem to be doing all right. Go, go, go. Get other stuff. I need one body here though. I can't hold by myself. They're gonna come. They're gonna come for me. Their healer is AFK. Nice. Oh, damn it. Okay, I got a buddy. Sweet. I'm gonna be all the way over here. Oh, don't go in and fight, dude. Be a coward like me. Then again, these guys are like soft. These guys are like kind of chumps. And oop. And we're good? We're good. All right. Greaser, hey, what's up, dude? How you doing? Ooh, this hurts. Ow. Wait, who's that? That is a... Oh, it's not the DK. Okay. Either my team's burly or these guys are, yeah, very soft. Hanging with the kids. Nice. Anyone have 4th of July plans? It almost sounds ironic. It's been sounding ironic for a while, but... Anyone planning on doing anything cool? Well, Dee and I are deciding, like, what it is we want to barbecue. You know, we'll do a little something. Just for ourselves, though. We're not going to do, like, no gathering. Like, I don't think we have friends that, like, straight up celebrate 4th of July. Let's celebrate American independence. You know, nothing like that, but... Like, yo, let's eat. Like, here's an excuse. Oh, poor Death Knight. He's trying so hard. And boop. What's up, Goose? YouTube chat is disabled, not seen on the left-hand side. I don't if people are talking, it is not pulling up. Here, let me pull up my shit. Then I'll feel bad. So what sucks about using all this third-party software stuff. Oh my god, there's so many of you. This is terrible. All right, hold on. Let's see, pop out chat. See, there we go. There's my people. Okay, so screw the third-party stuff. That's just not reliable. Yeah, I'll need to figure that out, why it's not working correctly. Okay, so let me say hi again to folks. What's up to Phage and to Airbuck, to Tony and Maha? What is up to Grim and Attila, to Dreyfus, and of course Goose, and the rest of y'all. See, once again, beautiful digital smiley faces are going to be joining us throughout the day. What are you seeing? Damn, that's brutal. That's quite brutal. Yeah, so I'll have to figure it out. Maybe the whole stream elements thing, maybe it's not like the best software for me to, or best thing for me to use right now. Maybe it just got some shit to work out here. Let me close this, actually. See if reopening it helps. But I doubt it. And thanks for the prime views. We're all in a dark cave. Stop making me feel bad, dude. Sheesh. Okay, so it works now. So there it is. There's the YouTube chat. But then it's still not showing up there on the client thing. Here on the actual screen. Which kind of sucks. So I'm going to try to keep these guys distracted, I guess. I think that's the best I can hope for. Unless we can just kill all these guys too, but we're about to win. Unless we like totally start screwing up. Oh, sorry, Plague Hammer. Oh, sad song. Still, oh, no, we got it. All right. All right, so the client works now. Looks like everything's showing back up. It might be something that is... Oh, you know what? My idiot self. The client up here is, in fact, Restream. So, of course, it's not going to show up. I think. Yeah, so I'll have to fix that later. I'll do it later. All right. Yeah, so we'll see if I can get that to work right. All right, so I got some honors and conquesties. I still got to do an epic BG though, so let's just go back in for now. Think we're gonna get any information on the loot bonanza thing today? I hope so, because it's coming up soon. You know, between this, it's also the 26th, so there could be a trading post update. Any number of things could be happening at 10. They just better happen. Like, yo, I want some housing stuff. You know, hook me up. Neighborhoods post, I feel under my bones. I don't want to wait for freaking Gamescom to hear more about housing, dude. Like, that feels like way too far off. Way far off. And I also wonder, they likely will have some housing available for testing or for play testing at Gamescom if they're able to have like a big booth and everything too. That'd be pretty awesome. But it still wouldn't feel like enough time for people to really like play with stuff. Like, that's not enough. You can't really Like they'll take you through a gallery of stuff. They'll take you through like a pre-made house. What I would have loved though, and I was trying to tell the team this during the Boston trip, because during the trip or during that media summit, they had one of their principal art guy just do like this half-hour presentation where he just built some stuff, and he was like commentating and you know, showing how things work and so on and so forth, and it was really good. I think if he could have taken that and posted it online, that would have blown up. People would have been like, okay, I'm really seeing this thing in action now, beyond just like the short clips that we've seen. And he's the one, I believe he was the one that made those clips as well. The ones that we were shown in earlier blog posts. But if he did that whole presentation, it would have been sick. People would be referring to that over and over again as to like, okay, this is how you do this stuff, man. This is awesome. I think it's still early for neighborhood post. 11.2 was just put on the PTR, and all the hype should be on that. Neighborhood post might happen when 11.2 is close to launch for live. I don't know. I don't think that hype is something that we make, not the WoW team. They don't, you know, they'll put stuff out, but it's up to like us to, oh shit, it's up to us to like elevate it and hype it up and you know, just make it sound bigger than it actually is. You know, they just put out the posts. I don't think there's any bad time for them to strategically put it out. Look, if they have something ready, then you know, they ought to just put it out already. And it's been over a month. A month. And how the way WoW does its news, there's always a little something going on. There's always a little something going on. No, I don't think there's... I think we... Not you, necessarily, but I think we overestimate how much people give a shit about future patch coverage. I think we overestimate that. You know, the in-development stuff. Not everyone wants to be on that roller coaster of emotion. Oh my god, here are the changes. Here's the buffs and the nerfs and the tuning and yada, yada, yada. Some people live on that roller coaster. Basically, basically most of us who are watching streams and whatnot, you're hardcore to a certain extent. Because you live this game, even though you might not be playing right now. You might be spending time with the kids, you might be working, you might be doing whatever, but you still got a foot in. You know what I mean? What am I doing in ICC? I'm trying to get tier appearances. Because I am still short on stuff. So like there's a thing that drops off of normal gunship 10-man as well as Blood Queen. I forgot what it is now, but I've been doing it for so long I just kind of forgot. So this feels like this feels like just an automatic thing. By the way, first time caller, what's up? Ooh, that's a different one. Shekted. What about married folk that play together? Will both people have access to the same home? Asks Johnny Awesome. That depends. So if you're playing on the same Battle.net account, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to have separate Battle.net accounts per person. The exception would be if you have kids, they're minors, and then, you know, then the whole parental control thing kicks in. Yeah. So maybe that's not maybe that's not the answer you're looking for, or maybe we're kind of like not on the same page there. But if you're talking about playing together as in you're on the same account, you need to have separate accounts. And we're squatting. Let's go. And we're doing Battlegrounds. Ah, okay, you know what? Hold on. We're about to start this. I can at least get past the RP here, right? And... Christ. Cool. Cool. Doing so many things at once. Ah. Are you joining in? Nice. Nice. You failed at getting any of the Drake mounts I need to the... Oh, no. Not the same account. Okay. Yeah, we're still not quite sure on the... We're still not quite sure on the specifics on, you know, people being in the same lot together. Can people like edit the house for us? Well, you know, what kind of interactions and whatnot can be done? How do we access someone else's house? I'm hoping that it'll be like really easy for us to like visit other people's houses, so that way I could just go there. You know, I want to be able to just go to someone's place and take a tour, check things out. But I'm sure some people are going to have permissions up as well, so like, okay, not anyone can visit. But it would be cool if I like happened to be chilling at my house and then it was just like kind of open, and then people in my neighborhood can just kind of walk in. Need to do this more often. Yeah, you'd be surprised. Like, I think it was last week. It was like my first time doing arms in the gym for like a while, because I wasn't feeling great, and I'm like, oh, I lost a lot of strength. Oh. I'm a big wimp. Like, you would be very disappointed to see like, okay, how much can you bench? How much can you curl? I'm like, pff, it's embarrassing. I don't want to talk about that. I'm interested in how much they plan to do with neighborhoods. So am I, because I'm kind of a blank. We're just sort of speculating, and we don't have too much of a clue as to, you know, what we're actually going to be doing with neighborhood stuff. It's kind of scary. Oh, where's everyone going? Oh, everyone's going to a certain spot. All right. I'm a sheep. I'll follow. So I guess people are going for something. Oh, okay, sure. Whee! Look at me, I'm disrupting. Yay, 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 yay. I'm gonna find healers though. Like, my main objective in these in the epic BGs is mostly hit my horse thing. Ooh, and just try to knock people into the air. That's kind of it. You probably have a few of you party leaders home option like the garrisons. I hope it's more than that. I want to be able to like see someone else's place, because yeah, run into the fence. Yeah, just don't run into the fence like me. Wish working out at home wasn't so expensive. I need to find a good cheap workout routine to have a better body. I don't want to be thick, but just normal. I think it all starts out with a routine. Like, you don't need weights, you don't need any of that stuff. Just find whatever you have at home and try to simulate certain movements, certain exercises, and, you know, go from there. And then YouTube is a fantastic resource for all sorts of trying to find the routine that works for you, and then just stick to it. Like, for a while, I was doing like just this basic 15-minute strength workout, and I need to get back into that, but it was helpful. You know, it did a lot. And oh, they're just coming. Okay. Sure. Well, at least, okay, at least I got that guy. Yay. Oh, and we're doing roulette. Damn. Okay. Well, priorities. We'll do the roulette first. Oh yeah, let's go. Woo! Summer wear. Been doing push-ups on my stairs, working on pull-ups as well. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, if you want to do like basic push-ups and you know to try and get some of your strength back, or you know go flip the other way, do like a tricep extension kind of thing. Yeah, those little things, they help a lot. And while we wait, oh man, okay. All right, so where am I going now? It's Ashran, so it's like so random. Just go to where I think people are. No, not really. People are just kind of scattered. Well, then I'm going to the front, and I'll just get myself killed. Woo-woo. That Z will comment every now and then, like after I pointed it out to her, I'm like, you know, pants don't fit me great because I have huge calves for some reason. I don't know why, but I have massive calves. Ooh. Like, don't put me in skinny jeans, ever. They just won't work. Plan for tonight, bashing our heads against the final separate bosses, or restarting and having some good old fun. Wow, it sounds like you have a preference. I don't know. Kind of depends on what we have. I'm still on tank strike as far as I'm concerned. But I don't know if I want to bring the druid again. I might bring something else. I might just bring something easy like the hunter and see how that goes. Oh no. But no, I'm not certain. Kind of depends on like how we are for like tanks and heals too. So everything's easy with one button. It's easy, but like I know I don't perform very well. Like I was looking at my druid, who I played as Boomkin, gray parses all the way down. Like I sucked. I'm like, oh, I'm hitting one as hard as I can, man. But it did teach me some things. I'm like, okay, because I've never played a Boomkin before. So it gave me like kind of an idea of what the flow is like, and the whole thing about eclipses and like their different procs. But I only learned so much. I need to really like sit down and with a target dummy and like actually learn like what to do. I learned how potent Starfall feels. Sheesh. Starfall is mean in any sort of clue situation. I'm like, dude. Like, I'd love to be a Boomkin right now and just watch. Just watch the Starfalls, like, just flowing. Finally unlocked your last allied race. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, I've been very bad at that, dude. Like, I haven't really... Oh, dude. I haven't really bothered with that. I did it with Dark Iron recently. For a specific reason. I wanted to get an arsenal including a shield transmog. Booming Ashran is OP. Oh, dude, Boomy in most epic battleground situations is huge. Can someone do damage? Asks chat. Nope. No, we're not. We're gonna get smoked, dude. Yeah, I'm just gonna get back to the raid. This is not a good use of my time. At least I got a regular BG win. That ain't so bad. Used to play a ton of DDR in college and didn't pay attention to how developed my calves got. Crazy, huh? Alright, so... I just beat Sarafang. I don't think I unlocked the teleporter, though. I think I actually have to hit that teleporter in order to get access to it afterwards, but let's see. Also, I hope we take a break from allied races, either new specs or new classes for now. Maybe Last Titan will be a fine. I guess the question is, like, who gets introduced? Like, who would get introduced for Midnight? Like, let's pretend. What allied race would work out? Forest trolls? I don't know. I'll be on and I may have a drink or two tonight. I am not working. Right on. Ethereals or Wretched. I haven't done a lot of questing in 11.2. Like, I didn't do the side quests. So I wonder, like, why would those Ethereals come over and hang out with us? Yeah. Because, like, the Ethereals over there on Koresh, it's like Mad Max shit going on. Like, they're desperate. They're just trying to get by. Okay, this worked. I heard we'll be teaming up with our enemy. Are they our enemy? Or just a sexual pursuit? I don't know. Now, some people are already, like, spoiling, like, what's going on. Well, the plot just kind of is just kind of screaming in our faces at this point, but we need a tiger people race. Oh, like those dudes in Drano, right? I forgot what they were called, actually, but yeah, they're tiger people. Saberon, there we go. They were kind of cool, but they're cats, so I'm like, it's not so great. No, I'm still on the idea of like what Goose is saying, not bother with races, just focus on not just customizations but stories. There are races that are just kind of like stagnant. They're just kind of like doing their thing and not getting a lot of uptime. Like Gaera from the Maghar. Like we see more of her, but not so much like the race. And is it like, oh, is he just part of the orc race now, and like that's kind of it? It just kind of goes hand in hand. It could be that, but that doesn't feel very fair either. Are there any dog people in WoW? I would say the Worgen would be a good qualifier. If you think about it, Ethereals are very tribal, not very political. If that makes sense, Horde Alliance is very political. Ethereals are part of cartels. Well, those Ethereals are part of cartels. You know, with the consortium. I think I saw someone on Twitter was talking about how the focus of the Ethereals in 11.2 is not so much about the actual Ethereals, but more like the brokers who happen to be Ethereals, which felt like not a known thing, but it's like, oh well, they seem kind of close, but whatever. But as for the consortium, like, they moved on. They're like, you know, as far as I know, they moved on. They don't really have an interest in Koresh. The way I've been observing it. Maybe I'm wrong. But... I see a ton of snake people RP walking around RP realms. People want them snakes. Yeah. I got a thing. I think this is something I wanted. So let's see. Let's double check. I got the tightening. Wait, I did get something. Yay! Okay, so I just need to do gunship now. I need to do normal gunship as well as blood prints. for bracers. We're getting there. We're getting there. And let me show things that I don't have. Because I think that was kind of it. Yeah. That's the last, this is the last set I don't have. Aside from this stupid thing with the belt. That's just ridiculous. And then this is yeah, I think the time locking thing is that one. That one's not a big deal. Don't care about the PvP stuff. This I need to just make. No, wait. Vendor. No, I think this is a, I think that's either a trading post thing or something else. Yeah, that's not anything. I would trade all new races and customizations for hair under hats. I mean, well, doesn't that work sometimes? No, it doesn't. They just change it. They change the hairstyle into like something else entirely. That's right. Let's see. I would still want new customizations, though. You know, more of what people want to see. I do remember it was once upon a time they showed us like some Asian-looking people, and then that never panned out. That just didn't manifest into anything. Kind of sad. All right, where am I going? I'm going to Sticks and the Sprocket Monger. So other way. Oh, that's not the way. You're right. Let's keep going. All right. Did I win last night? I did. I did. I finally got Keystone Overlord. No, I got KSM last night. So now I got my cute little red spider mount looking thing. Matt got KSM too. Like, I guess we were unaligned. He really needed a rookery. And so we happened to have an 8, I think, that we did. Yeah, let's go. Knocked it out. He got his KSM too by the time I finished my 4 dungeons, and so I'm now the best. Yay! Yeah, it wasn't so bad. I think we were using Feared's keys, and so we started off. Hey, what do you got, dude? He's like, I got a top 10. I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's give it a shot. And we got blasted. First boss shut us down. We're like, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe we'll bring this down to like a 7 or something. And then we annihilated that one. And I think we had like an 8 or something priority, but we missed time on that because Feared was like, oh, we can't wipe to this one. This is easy. I'm like, oh, yeah. And that was like the kiss of death. So... Oh, he offered right away. Like he was like, right from the start, he's like, I can bring this down to a 7 if you like. I'm like, might as well give it a shot and see how bad it is. And yeah, it was pretty bad. So you could say that he was not confident about our performance before we even started. All right. hoping that for the talent system to continue, but we have options from the 3 different hero talents to be able to be selected by any spec, as well as the new level we can pick up to 1 or 2 we didn't, or a Grand Master talent tree that gives us unique options. No, second boss was fine. It was the third boss that we wiped a couple times too. I'm just gonna go for it. Ooh, I'm a not forest troll. I'm a dark spirit troll. Look at that. Yeah, even on Tyrannical, like the what's it called? Second boss wasn't so bad. I just ran into the thing myself, and I was just doing all of it. People were dying though, so that part sucked. But I was fine. Alright, for this and some things like 3D back pieces and weapon shield on the back, I like the setting. I don't care about bad clipping, just don't hide stuff. It would be cool if we could like toggle like where those things sits at any time. I prefer to have things on the back than than not. And it'd be cool to have a sort of just like a toggle like for individual the individual slots. Hey, like, hey, I want to hide my shield when it's sheathed or something like that. Transmog the flat textures on 3D parts. Oh, I think, well, I don't know about that one. That would be kind of weird. Because then it would turn like those 3D components into different slots, and that would be, it'd be pretty wild. But I don't think that's, I have a feeling that that's not something they're interested in. Like, I don't know if people are ready for that, I guess. Sounds kind of, sounds like I'm talking down, but I have a feeling people aren't ready for it. I want to start with something simple. Something simple and easy. Like, give me freaking, I want to be able to transmog the left and right glove. You know, I don't think that's too bad. Oh, my bad. Not done yet. There we go. Whoop. Yeah, because like there's lots of 3D parts these days. So like transmogging those individual components, that's kind of weird. Or boots. Or boots. If someone wants to wear like one shoe, fine. But if there was like if they had to choose, I would of course say gloves first. Also, maybe we can get a transmog face slot and hat slot separately. That'd be kind of neat. I mean, basically, people want to wear glasses, and a hat, you know. Let's go. Boop. Oh, like there's everything for scarves and all that too. That would be cool. Because these days they slot like really differently. Shiny horses? What? What's up, Peter? I think I can need for that cloak, right? Actually, I don't know if I'll be able to. Well, I guess I'll find out. Of course, it has to drop first, too, so. Okay, not even top heals. Son of a bitch. Oh, I'm not even using my good shit. God damn it. There we go. Sheesh. Killing my numbers here, man. Maybe repair? I'll get to it. Oh, the other tanks here. I'll let them do stuff while I repair. Trading post horses? I'm not quite sure what you're referring to. Alright. Alright, don't be a coward. I'm repairing. I like with the Cyan Iron Isle Ring where you can see on your character more of that, please. I think what I would like, though, is for them to fix the whole ring appearance thing. Because if you're on a mount and you zoom all the way in, then you can see, like, the hand dangle. Or you can see the ring model there, and it looks really awkward. So I hope they fix that sometime soon. Alright, we're good. Oh, the Headless Horseman mount recall. Okay. Cool. Aren't a bunch of those trading post things? Interesting that they're put in for well, I guess it would make sense for it to come in this coming patch, because that'll be in time for Halloween stuff. Yeah. Balance of Undermine isn't bad either. Works well with the Sunwell Knock pole arm from the trading post. First, I'm not a fan of. I like the upcoming set. I think it looks hella good. Like, it's the first time I have something really positive to say about Paladin tier in a long time. And it's mostly because I want to change it a little bit to make it look like a more definitive Blood Elf Paladin mod. Like we've seen, you know, that Blood Knight set. Like, I didn't like it. I'm like, this doesn't go with anything. This seems kind of goofy. Like, I feel like I have to wear it as a whole set. You know, the other components, they didn't feel like individually transmoggable in the way that I'd like. But yeah, the heroic paladin set in the upcoming tier looks good. Looks very good. Yeah, the Blood Knight set. It looks like it's something that you got for towards the end of Shadowlands. There was like a Blood Elf quest line. It was the same model as, I believe, the Antorus tier, but different color. See, that's the kind of healing. See, damn it. Think you're ditching your DK and going for warrior next patch? Nice. The talentless paladin. Be cool if they bring the world tier difficulties. They're adding the Legion remix to resell for harder world content with more rewards. I don't know. I'm actually a skeptic on that, Haste. Like I was talking about this yesterday about the world tier stuff. Like, one, I want to see it in action first before I give like real feedback for it. But since we're in this realm of speculation anyway, my whole thing on the world tier stuff is that its design is mostly made to address issues with people had with the mop remix. Because when you hit max level, it was kind of a grind until you were able to kind of like reach that high stat level and escape velocity. So what people were doing, they were looking for hyper spawns, things like that. So instead of hyper spawns and that sort of thing, Blizzard's they're trying to add in a better way to step into that realm of being like super OP without having to like look for a group and finding the latest exploit to take advantage of and that sort of thing. As for how that translates here, I guess the question to ask, like to both you, Haste, and to others, where does the world tier fit in the context of gearing, progression, and what have you? Like, where does it sit on that totem pole? And we're good. Did I see Jessica Concha teasing? Did he reply to my tweet? Because I'll usually bitch about something and then he'll reply to my tweet. I'm like, you fucking tease. Let me see. Yeah, well, yeah, of course he'll reply to me. Bastard. My kid and I read Shel Silverstein at bedtime every night, and his first poem always makes me think about finding more stuff about housing. Yeah. Anyway, I'm totally not paying attention. Oh, I have it again? Shit. Sure, I'll just keep the aggro. No problem. No problem. It doesn't address how current world content is just one-shotting everything after you're out of greens. I don't think it's literally that, but I see where you're coming from. I've talked about it too, how it feels like, you know, it doesn't take very long until you start one-shotting stuff. I think that's a bigger problem with leveling than outdoor content, because once you graduate from outdoor content, then you just go on to like delves and stuff like that. So like, I guess even if they were to address it with the world tier stuff, we still eventually move on, and then we just run into the same critique. It's just a matter, the only question is, okay, when does it happen? Does it happen 1 week after, 2 weeks after we hit max level? Something like that. You don't know how to necessarily move on if it's hard and rewarding enough. Then where does it sit next to like other things, like keys, delves, and other stuff? Because like it or not, the WoW team stays conscious of where players go for things, and they do care when they see like, oh, everyone's just doing world tier content because they can get hero track gear much more easily than they can do other stuff. And so now all these other features and things that we set up, no one gives a shit about them. We need to do something about that. So, that's bad. Yeah, so I don't know where that would sit. To me, the world tier thing fits for the Legion, might fit for the Legion remix because there are no delves. There's only so much you can do. There's raids, there's some raids, there's some outdoor content. And I'm so slow. But yeah, there's raids, there's outdoor content, and then there's like Mythic Plus, potentially solo Mythic Plus. And I do, I've convinced myself at least that there is a specific purpose as to why the world tier thing is happening and why it works. But eventually, we're probably going to be able to graduate from that too, because we'll be so overpowered. This is assuming that the power creep in the Legion remix is going to be the same as the power creep in Legion remix. So, I mean, the big thing though is we haven't seen it yet. We don't know what it's going to entail. Ooh, go back, gimme. No, denied. Oh, well, at least I had a good go at it. Oh well, bummer. Do. I'd be down for procs on gear that only work in the overworld, so you don't have to touch item level. They won't up the item level past once capping, plus all the free welfare epics they throw out every patch. Kind of makes world content a giant joke. Quick questions: do you think we'll ever get Myth Trap Delve gear from Vault at least? No. Nope, I don't. Yeah, cool. Quick question. If you want a longer answer, feel free, or go ahead and ask. But that's the short answer. No, I don't think we'll only get myth gear from high level keys, high level raids. That's it. So yes, it would be close to Mythic Plus gear, but not quite. It's kind of like how Mythic Plus is close to Mythic rating. Now, when you say Mythic Plus is close to Mythic rating, Mythic Plus is like up here, and Mythic rating is down there. In terms of like, hey, let's find ourselves like an awesome challenge and things like that. Like these days, a lot of the game is Mythic Plus, at least for like definitely for the pug world. Absolutely. I forgot crafting, or someone forgot crafting. By the way, can we upgrade the belt from Delos just the one time? So far, yes. You're going to get an upgrade each week. What am I doing? I was looking to try and get the Test Pilot's Go Pack from Raid Finder. That didn't happen, unfortunately. Yeah, so there's only a normal version. Yeah, so there is no Raid Finder version, really. Because you can't get a Veteran 4 Test Pilot's Go Pack. Okay, so there's only the 3 versions. That kind of sucks, because you have to like run each version in order to get the appearance. That's goofy. So you have to run Raid Finder, normal. Yeah. Well, and heroic. You don't have to run the mythic one because you already get the mythic one. Oh, that still sucks. I'm so irritated by that. Yeah, it's a time-gated upgrade. So, like, I'd say for most folks, don't even, I wouldn't worry so much about, like, the drip power creep. Just wait until it's done. Unless you're trying to progress, of course. That's the thing. Do you think we're getting playable Eddie? Ethereals? No, I don't think so. It'd be kind of neat. And to be fair, I haven't done all the questing, so I don't know if there's going to be like here's like this friendly, here's this friendly set of ethereals. They're here to help us out. They haven't seemed all that friendly. Ethereals race in midnight. I've been talking about this a little bit earlier. I don't want a new race. I'm tired of new races, honestly. I want them to focus on the current races, give them more story, give them more customization. I'm kind of getting, as someone who doesn't even like do much with like new races and new and alts and all that stuff, it just feels like they're watering down their ability to tell a lot of stories because they're adding so many races and they don't give them a chance to shine. Well, do you know what happened to the Harrier that I was hoping that they would be playable? No, just wait for the story to finish. I've been trying to normalize this for people. We're in season 1 of the World Soul Saga. It's only season 1. That's it. Chapter 3, season 1 of the World Soul Saga. If you want to think of it that way. There's still a lot of story to tell and to help get us set up. Why can't warriors wear glaives anymore? Racism. Henry's only going to play a major role in Last Titan. Well, I think we've seen, or at least this first season of the World Soul Saga is definitely communicating to players, to readers, whatever, that it's not going to be just about the war within. It must follow that criteria. They're telling this long ass story, and it just happens to, be taking place during this period. So, I'm not. It's this funny duality. We see gamers, WoW gamers, say, hey man, they're not telling enough story. What about this person? What about this? What about that? And so they're telling that story in the War Within. But then we're also dissatisfied because, we want them to tell all the stories at the same time, if possible. And it's apparently not. In a world of unlimited budget and dev time and all that, yeah, sure, it'd be awesome to get like all the stories to be told, all the details, characters constantly getting updated, knowing what everyone's up to and all that. Make it really feel like this living world that doesn't just increment every 2 months, maybe every 2 months. But that's the reality that we deal with. It's very easy for us to react. It's so easy for us to just say stuff. There's no planning involved. There's no setup. There's no dev time. We can consume things just like that. That's the consequence that we deal with. Okay, so I finished here. I don't think there's anything else that I needed to go for. What's this? Rainy Day collection. Oh, I want that. Trading post stuff. Oh, okay, maybe I don't want this. Or maybe I do. I kind of not too fond of the big stitching. There's green, there's red, there's yellow. I like the red and yellow, actually. Those are pretty good. Yeah, simple. No collars, though. This is very much hobbled together. You're excited for the raincoat? if a movie saga gets broken into 3 and you watch the first and it sucks, you can't just be you can't be, well, they got 2 more chances. This is not a movie. So yeah, that's the thing. It's not a movie. And movies are also very easy to consume. Like what sucks is that, again, like every 2 months we get like a small update, and then story-wise time freezes, but you and I, we're still playing the game. It's like, oh, okay, well, now what? You know? So there's always going to be this very big disconnect. Like, some people, I haven't paid too much to what's going on in Final Fantasy XIV, but I know some people are pissed because, you know, since Endwalker, they've been starting to build up a new story, and not everyone was like too keen on it, but they were like, oh, you know, let's give him a chance because we've had this story for like the longest time. And they're just starting to build things up, you know, hey, remember Realm Reborn, that kind of sucked at first too, and then things got better, and then Dawn Trail came out, and again, I don't know everything that happens there, but some people were really dissatisfied about that too, like, oh, we don't like this character, and you know, these story beats, like, they're not great. Same shit. And but the big thing with 14 is that their patch cadence is really bad compared to WoW's these days, at least. And we're doing squats, right? We're doing squats. Let's go. I'll stretch after squats. That's makes sense, right? Think Midnight will have delves? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think delves have been a huge success. Last time we're returning to Northern, am I excited? It's really far off. It'll be cool to see and get to, but that's a long way from now. I really hope delves get experience comparable to dungeons. Experience, or do you mean something else? Warriors should be able to use any weapon type as they are Master of Arms. Yeah, but they won't actually use it. Otherwise, warriors would have like infinite specs. They'd have a bow spec, they'd have a staff set, they would have all these different kinds of things. I mean, that would be very cool, I gotta say. I would love to have a Pally-Fist. That just feels right, you know? All right. In 2 minutes, nothing might happen. One could shaman use shield? I thought they always could. Yeah, when couldn't they use shields? This brings me back to my idea that equipping a one-handed weapon should spawn a copy or caster offhand or shield on the other hand, like Legion artifacts did, so you don't have to maintain 2 weapons. What would that do with itemization? Would that do anything with itemization? It would make things feel easier. You know, like, hey, let's just, you know, same thing with wands and offhands. You know, hey, let's go away from that. Should we go away from that? Delves is an evergreen system, so of course it's going to stay for every expansion in the future, even past Last Titan. Now, I wonder if there might be big changes to Delves. Like, will they still have Bran? Or, I'm sorry, will they still have, like, the single companion? Or might they try something new? So, like, instead of a companion, it'll be, like, 2 companions. So you have, like, a 3-man team. That would be chaotic as fuck. Imagine 2 brands, basically. They're like, all right, let's go. And then they're just jumping all over the place. And they're pulling, like, you know, half the instance and even things outside of the instance, they get dragged in or some shit like that. That'd be awesome. Shaman had to train shields. Oh, did they? Okay. I don't remember that. It's been a long time, man. All right, let me queue up for this thing, because I forgot about it. Okay. That's it. I was hoping for more. Yeah. All right. Hear ye, hear ye. I'm about to do a blog read. Hey, soul, like, subscribe. I'm going like totally backwards, but yeah, let's get going. Stop greedy goblins and get diabolical goodies starting July 1 by Blizzard Entertainment. We're bringing back the Greedy Emissary event, and Azeroth's bravest must band together to deliver a swift end to greedy sawtooth thieves. And alongside the Greedy Emissary event, take advantage of the Collector's Bounty buff when you defeat legendary foes once again to collect their bountiful rewards. It begins reset time July 1st, goes on for 1 month, happens in Stormwind, Orgrimmar, Dorngal, and Undermine. While you're doing this, you're going to get a currency called Hellstone Shards, and you will buy things. Hopefully we'll get all the details for this stuff. During the Greedy Emissary event, you'll encounter even more of these deviously greedy treasure goblins in Stormwind, Orgrimmar, Dorngal, and Undermine for new diabolical rewards, including the Inarius' Charger Mounts. Ooh, okay. Alongside the Greedy Emissary event, take advantage of the Collector's Bounty buff. Foes in legacy dungeons and raids find themselves overloaded with extra treasure. Defeat them once again to collect their bountiful rewards for you and your warband. This also begins July 1st, goes on for the month. If you've been on the hunt for rewards that have been eluding you, now is the time to get them. The following will have drop rates increased by up to 10 times, and in one case 25 times, while your chance for Transmog loot drops is doubled in legacy pre-Dragonflight raids and dungeons. So there's going to be super increases on drop rates for all pre-Dragonflight legacy mounts, the Eye of Sulphurus from Molten Core, which I still don't have, the Golden Hearthstone card in the Nighthold, which I don't know what that is at all, the thing for Thunder Fury, the Warglaives, and the bow in Sunwell Plateau. Some exclusions do apply. For instance, all time walking content is excluded, as are pets and toys. The Collector's Bounty buff is active by default, but you can visit any innkeeper in the capital cities and Dalaran to turn it off or on again. Why would we ever want to turn it off? Portals aplenty. Portals spawn every 60 minutes on the hour, and an icon of the portal location appears on the Stormwind, Orgrimmar, and Dorngal maps if you're in that zone. And then this kind of shows us where they are, either by the southeastern city exit in Dorngal, where all the PvP things are. In Orgrimmar, it's by the entrance, and in Stormwind, it's by the docks. Okay, cool. Portals and portal storms in the Undermine. Portals abound in the Undermine, but spawning times and locations are a bit different. Killing any Undermine rare has a chance to trigger a portal, spawning a treasure goblin. Treasure goblins have gotten word that great loot can be nabbed in the Liberation of Undermine raid. Defeat certain bosses, and there's a chance that it'll trigger a portal to spawn. If that isn't enough, try to survive the portal storms. At the quarter hour, 15 minutes, every hour, a portal storm can spawn another 5 portals. Not only are these portals enhanced with additional affixes, but they each have a chance to hand over pesky treasure goblins for even more chances to grab loot. So keep an eye on your map for the icon to lead you where you need to go. Treasure goblins are more dangerous now that they can carry more affixes from their world. Icons on top of both the summoning portal and the treasure goblin itself will indicate what affixes the treasure goblin currently has applied. So it's not a bitch. It might actually kill us. Customize what affixes a treasure goblin will have by tossing special elixirs on the goblin summoning portals, but beware, adding more affixes to a portal will increase the number of goblins that can spawn. That's not beware, but more like, hey, guess what? Because people are going to add more stuff. So, Here's an example of the affixes. They can spawn arcane overlords and overloads inflicting damage to enemies in the area, as in us. If no enemies are in the area, it inflicts damage to enemies within 50 yards. What if we don't consent? A blistering elixir, which spawns fire stuff to avoid. Connected occasionally spawns hordes of fallen and fallen shaman. Wow, they're leaning hard on the Diablo stuff. Inflicts sanctuary tongues, forcing players to speak diabolic and reducing cast speed by 10% until it's defeated. Cast howl, lots of affixes. Cast howl from yell, knocking back all enemies within 50 yards. Oh, that's huge. Explosive conjures explosive orbs at enemies. They blow up. Healthy spawns health globes that heal players. Okay, that's cool. Hurls magma, dealing volcanic damage. There might be demonic bovines. Spawns pools of money that give greedy motivation when stepped on, increasing haste to move. Okay, so it's not real money, but there's pools of lightning. Pulls enemies to the goblin with tempest, and then attempts to hit them with arcane gust. So more damage, more damage. Traps, lots of stuff to avoid and not try to stand in. So these storms seem like they're going to be like really insane. I guess the capital city ones are just kind of like, okay, those are chill, but here's where like things can get like kind of wild and crazy. So that could be kind of cool. And then diabolical rewards. Earn Hellstone shards from Hell's Caller chests dropped by treasure goblins, and this is important, and completing activities during the Greeting Emissary event, and then exchange them at Hell Hunter Baranar located in the foreground in Dornagal for armor sets and other goodies. Your first 10 Hellcaller chests will always yield Hellstone shards. Hellcaller chests can also contain Valor stones and other worldly items. You don't want to miss some truly iconic rewards, including recolors of classic tier 2 armor sets for your characters like... Ta-da! So, now when they talked about completing activities, from what I saw, even doing like the weekly events, like the Pinnacle chest, the stuff that gets you like the Bountiful keys, like those will also give us these Hellstone shards. So keep that in mind. And then we have a feature of all the different tier 2 recolors that we'll be able to get. Very cute, very snazzy. Join the hunt to stop the greedy treasure goblins taunting the citizens of Azeroth. Thanks for coming. Have a good day. Sorry, no player housing news this time. So that's kind of cool. And so it goes on for a month. It's going to be a lot going on, and you get lots and lots of cosmetics and other things. Now, as for the collector's bounty buff, not as crazy as I thought it was going to be. So it's like we're going to get increased drop rates for these things. And what else? Right? And what else? So it doesn't seem like there's going to be like increased numbers of loot that we'll get, but like for things that we've been really wanting to go for. Let me reread this one more time. Fallen will have drop rates increased by up to 10 times, while your chance for transmog loot drops is doubled. I guess this is what I want to focus on. Your chance for transmog loot drops is doubled in legacy raids and dungeons. So it's a chance for transmog loot drops. Okay, that's an interesting way to word these, because typically we get a lot of drops that are not transmoggable. We get rings, we get relics and necks and trinkets and other garbage. So is it going to be we're going to get like more drops, or are we going to see fewer of those non-transmog drops and we're seeing transmog stuff instead? It's a little bit hard to tell, but whatever the case, show up next month as soon as the trading post is going to be new. This thing's going to start, and we'll just dive in. So let me know what you guys think, and that'll be it for now. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy. Boop. All right. We're working. Any comments on the DPS assistant? I enable it, and it's been hellsful. Useful. Not quite sure what that means. I think it's saying more transmog drops alongside the regular drops. Well, we'll see what commenters have to say too. Alright. I think a Q pop too, huh? Wow, it took that long for the Midsummer Q? That took a while. Kind of sucks. Oh well. Do you get more views when doing content like this? Like one of your just reading stuff, I mean? It helps. It helps because it's like the latest news. And then we get like quick reactions, a couple of clips here and there. Keeps me present. So doing things like this helps. Yeah. Of course, I want to be. I don't want to be total scumbag. I'll at least link the article for those who want to read along or just read it on their own. This is just me like doing the whole extra read all about it sort of thing. And as long as I'm like clearly like making the point, hey, I'm just gonna read the blog and react to it, all good. So jumping on the portal, kill stuff, hunt treasure goblins, kill them, and get them out. Gotcha. Yep. And then there's like all them elixirs and stuff. Just like take all the elixirs, just dump them in, and then rely on the team to help get you through. I mean, it's probably going to be something that you'll want to do at the start because everyone's going to show up for it. But then over the course of the month, then you're going to be like, okay, maybe I'm not going to like add like every potion that I have on me unless I happen to be in a big group or whatever. Do you edit stuff on top? With these reactions, no. Because here it's all speed. It's all about speed and just trying to get on top of, getting the word out fast. That's it. But for other stuff, like the delve video that I put out, that has a lot more. Here, let me show you. Where's the delve thing? So you can kind of see here, like there's more of a mess of the things that I put in. So it's going to be a lot of like getting footage, getting screenshots, and all that stuff. You can see like each of the small breaks here is me doing the audio edits because I want to avoid the stutters and whenever I flub a word or something like that. I can't really do that live. But it's easier for me to just do a blog read and all that stuff. So it's the difference between how I deliver and make the content. This is like pure reaction. And again, this one's just about doing this is just about speed. So for the most part, these reaction cuts, they're like mostly uncut unless I totally screw something up. Sometimes I'll do something where I'm like doing a really long review of stuff. Like, oh, let's look at all these talent trees and all that stuff. And that's tough. Those are tough because a lot of times I'm talking out my ass because I'm not very proficient with like anything outside of Protection Paladin, but I do like reacting and reading some of the stuff too. But then those I'll often take breaks. I'll be like, all right, I gotta stop for a second. I'll pause, chat with folks, and then I'll get right back into it. So that thing is done. The event's gonna fry your PC. I'd say in the first couple days, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's next week. Yay. At least we finally got to learn more about what's going on. Because, like, folks have been asking about it, like, pretty much every day. Like, yo. Wow, I can handle D3 really chugs my system. I remember that was a thing back then. For sure. I remember when D3 first came out, there were a couple of guildmates that were like, oh, I can't even play it. I can play WoW just fine, but D3, nope, nope, nope. Alright, so anyway, Photoshop stuff. Ooh. Oh, these shots are thick, man. Damn. It's like syrupy, almost. That'll go so good with the ice cream. Alright, let's see. Is the wife coming down this weekend, or am I going up? Because if she comes down, I'm going to buy ice cream. Okay, so... So... many loots. Okay, it's greedy emissary and bountiful something. So what is, okay, it's called greedy emissary, and then the other one is called collector's bounty. Okay. Collector's bounty. So I don't think I want to have that. I think I want to do the... I think I'm better off doing... Well, I'm better off doing both. Yeah, I'll do both. So... Oop. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. So that there, then this thing. Let's see how that works out. Let's see, should I have like just that thing show up and then, yeah, maybe I'll just do it like that. Okay, why does it look kind of transparent though? That seems kind of weird. I'll let this one pop a little bit more. Put a white border around the angry tier 2 paladin guy. Let me see if that works. That actually worked pretty well. So if I do that and then put this thing on top. Yeah, that actually works. Thank you, filter / AI thing. Which means I could also take this and I can pop it a little more now. Yeah, so that made it. That was a good idea. And a red arrow. I'm not going to do a red arrow. It helps. But the red arrow's obnoxious, man. It's my YouTube stuffs. Okay. I keep forgetting. Collect his bounty. Let's go on through July, and we're here to read aloud what's what. All right, so where is that post actually? That link works. The link works. Yay! Learning. Submit, bitch. Boop. Browser's off. Browser's off. Still uploading. Oh, damn this internet. Ugh. It really sucks. It like. So I'm here in San Jose. My wife's place or my in-laws' place, Menlo Park. They pay less for better internet. It's infuriating, man. Damn you, San Jose. What a letdown. I want to check for availability. Come on, baby. Don't let me down. Fuck. Okay. 40 more bucks, man. I pay 40 more bucks for shittier internet. By the way, Saul, I forgot your new obsession to only have it with vanilla. I've only ever had it with vanilla. I've never made my own yet. Would I try it with caramel or cookies and cream? I would say cookies and cream. I think caramel would be a bit much on the sweetness. I feel like the caramel would overpower the vanilla. I think. But I've never had it, so what do you think? Thanks for showing this up for those who might be interested in getting into content creation. I'm happy to help. There was a... It's funny, the during the Boston celebration, during the concert. It was like it was loud as hell inside, and I just happened to be walking by, and someone stops me, and they were like, "Hey, dude, can you tell me what camera you use for your streams and for your?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And so we got into that. We are just talking about making content and stuff. So I'm happy to answer questions and stuff like that, because it's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn. It's easy to screw up and waste a ton of money on stuff that you don't really need. And if we can help to reduce that barrier, all the better. All right, so the whole thing is so I'm backtracking now. The whole thing is a saga. To say that they abandoned it is like reading the third of the book and acting like it's the whole book. Still got 2/3 left to go. Except this saga has 20 years of backstory. You can't just treat it. You can't just treat it like starting at zero. Pacing matters. I think there's a lot of difficulty that comes with trying to tell a story in a video game that is, you know, a live service game. I think there are certain challenges there that are hard to overcome. The story can escalate, but it has to tell a whole story in each part. Maybe, because the whole tell story in each part is where we get some of the critiques from people who are saying, "Oh my god, they need to like stop and, you know, starting and ending the entire thing in a patch." You know, things like N'Zoth and all that stuff, which I don't even agree with. I feel like the whole N'Zoth thing, that's something that goes way back to like past expansions, past books, and there has been a build-up. It's just when it came down to the actual confrontation, it wasn't like a back and forth fight. It was, here's the raid, we knock that bitch down, play the clip, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah. All right, that's good. And off it goes. And there's the link if you feel like helping out. All right, I don't have a dual stream thing. Okay, I gotta post it directly to YouTube folks as well. So if you don't mind, you know, click it, link it, like the video, etc., etc., etc. So yeah. All right. Publish. That'd be smart. All right. All right. So I think we're good. They said that they can tell pieces of a story in a world where other things are happening, but they're kind of failing to give us a main story to follow. I mean, I think of, this isn't going to be a great example, but I'm doing my best, guys. I think of, you know, other shows, anime, you know, not movies. Movies are a different thing. But I think of like long-running shows where you don't get the main plot in the first episode. You know, you'll get different stories. Sometimes they'll leave threads open because they want to continue it later on. Sometimes it's just like the monster of the week or something like that. And then sometimes it'll fall into like a, you know, one big main story. You know, it just depends on how they want to do it. And really, like, you know, there is a honesty if you just, hey, I like this or I don't like this. You know, I don't think anyone here is trying to say, oh, you should or should not like a thing. But I definitely see a lot of folks interpreting the story delivery here in like different ways. I came to the assumption that N'Zoth wasn't a fighter and just a manipulator, so when we finally met him, he was like, well, I'm screwed. He's like, shit, I have this giant body. It's like, what do I do? What's next? All right. I'm going to collect stuff now. I do have this long running critique about WoW, that they do tend to take NPCs that are inactive and they just kind of leave them somewhere, and like that's the last you see, and that's like the last thing you see of them. Like there isn't a place where they just kind of like relax and rest. So by that I'm talking about, I got like, what's an example here? I don't know if Anduin's been doing much, but like it would have been cool if during this patch, during 11.17, he happens to be back here at the end doing a thing. Like it'd be cool if there was like a central hub where we would see most of the involved characters in the story, in the current story, but they're just not doing anything at the moment, and then they're just hanging out here doing stuff, talking about things, chumming it up, and so on and so forth. Like if any of them happened to be on the beach with the Horde and Alliance and they're like doing stuff, or if they were in the if they were in the embassy, which has been almost entirely unused. Like if we go there, you know, here's the, remember this this cute little embassy we made? Yeah, I think Gera is still there, just hanging out. She's like, and there's other named NPCs who are like out on the beach and whatnot too. But like, yeah, here's like a couple folks, you know, doing their thing, hanging out. And if they had like a quick dialogue as to like what they're doing at the moment, I think things like little flavor things like that help to help keep things from being so disjointed. It's like, okay, now they're suddenly here, they're suddenly there. We did get a bit with Anduin, Farron, Chillin, and Halfall talking about what happened just before War Within. I mean, those things are cool, but I think we could do with more of that. We don't have enough. It doesn't have to be like this big cutscene or even spoken dialogue stuff. It could just be like folks just chilling. If they want to do sideline View Plus, so far it seems like everything is getting the first sideline treatment. I look at it as like the first season or the first episode treatment, where where it's a lot of setup, and there aren't a whole lot of things that are being concluded. The things would be, not even the Nerubian stuff is entirely done, because Nightfall was sort of a follow-up to that. You know, you still have remnants of like those folks who were still trying to cause shenanigans. The closest thing that has a resolved story would be Undermine. And that is like a very, even without the black blood and stuff being involved, like that's a, that felt like a more separate story. Then she throws the Bloodlands with Dressfire, and I was hooked. We still don't know everything about it, but it's still an absolutely riveting story and aesthetic. I hope we see more. One thing that feels like kind of a turnoff to me was when they talked about, during Battle for Azeroth, we were introduced to Bonsandi, the Loa of Death, and people found him to be very popular. Or people liked him. He was popular. And so the WoW team, they responded to that commentary being like, oh yeah, we hear that people like him, and so we want to do more with him. And so they did. They added a little bit something more in during the events of Shadowlands. And then that was kind of it. But I think to myself, they responded to that and they added more, which is like cool and everything, but it also kind of communicates to me that, not that they didn't have confidence in that character, but they didn't really have an intention to do more with that character. Even if he might not have been like super popular, like they just make characters and then they just kind of like let them drift off and do nothing afterwards. And that's kind of disappointing. Not to say that they need to have a conclusion, or they need to like get killed in order to be removed from the story, but they were just kind of like, hey, we finished the thing, and now I'm just kind of like, oh, if I go. Without some sort of soft, okay, I'm going to be doing my own thing for a while, and, you know, I'll see you guys around. See you when you're dead. Bye. You know? Which would be a hella funny line to get. Less an issue of inclusion and more a lack of connection and cohesion. I can see that. I think that comes from the challenges, though, of again telling a story through a video game that's constantly going, and you know there's development cycles and deadlines to hit and all that stuff. You know, so whenever we get the critiques from folk who are like, "Oh, I really don't like it when they tell their story through books and all that stuff," it's like, yeah, but it helps. It helps to fill in those gaps. I would like to see them do more stories and comics and stuff like that. I don't care what people have to say about them being like, oh, well, they should have it in game. Dude, like, if you can come up with a way to, you know, cut and paste and AI that shit in, well, don't. But if they can do it quickly, hey, that'd be awesome. But I don't think they can. So I would settle for them helping fill gaps with, like, you know, books or cinematics or comics or whatever, just to help fill in that context. Because it's better than nothing. I hope we can at least agree on that. It's better than just getting no context at all. Thrall's kids are going to be grown. We still don't know anything. We got a good bit of that from the Orc Heritage quest, though. You know, so there was that, right? Partner feels the same way. It shouldn't rely on outside stuff to tell the story. And I don't know. I like the audio stories. I mean, like I said, like if they could make the stuff in game, cool. I just don't think it is efficient. I don't want just half an hour of exposition within 3 quests. That's 14, not WoW. Yeah, people would get, I don't know, like the attention span of gamers these days, I don't know if they would appreciate that. It's like, hey, you're gonna get hit with, you know, 20-something minutes of cutscenes. Get ready. And some folks are just gonna skip right through. Or they're going to skip it, but at least tune into the latest novel video and have and experience it through him, which is okay, I guess. But I think I'd be perfectly fine with more books, more short stories, comics, and so on. There are instances where I think it's very inappropriate, though, to do it. You guys will have to remember this for me. There was a book called... I talked about this the other week, actually. There's a book called Storm Rage. And part of that book has a war happen, but it happens in everyone's dreams. It's kind of weird. But for a brief time, there's like a huge battle going on all over Azeroth between these people who are diseased or something like that, and they're stuck in like a coma. But their dream forms or whatnot are elsewhere, and they're all fighting. That would have been something, that could have been a tier. That could have been fleshed out into a playable raid tier or something like that. I don't know when canonically this took place. It's been a while. Pre-Legion, obviously. That's something that I would definitely back people up when they say, oh, this should have been playable, you know? But when a story, for the most part, and we see a lot of it these days, when the story is much less about fighting, and it's more just about exposition and dramatics and things like that, honestly, I don't care if it's not in-game, because I think they can tell a better story through prose rather than a cinematic or a game where you have like the design team and the writing team just trying to stand together side by side, and the writing team is like, okay, we want you to express this and this, and then the game designers are like, we need new tech for that, or there are technical limitations, and that kind of like hobbles the ability of storytelling in part of the writing. So it's like, oh, can't we just write this out? Or do a cinematic. But then cinematics also take time, and there's also a lot that goes into that. So that's why I just kind of fall into, dude, just put it in books. If people are gonna bitch, let them bitch. Sorry, but at least we have like this canonized story instead of just these awkward gaps. It does become a bummer when a story is told in one expansion and then another story in another expansion, and while it rarely revisits past content. It'd be cool dreams or alternate visions of known characters we could fight against without having to kill off characters. Oh, that's not what I'm talking about at all. There was an actual war with with people who were asleep, and they were like fighting somehow. Yeah, I hope I'm remembering that kind of correctly. I think that was what was going on. Anyway, I was gonna go for like collecting stuff. I just need to get to 3 something or other. So I need, if I can get to like 350, then I'm cool. The summon stone for raids is a bed. I mean, it could have been something like, hey, there's a bunch of, all of Azeroth is suffering under this sleeping thing, But now we're going to talk to these people who can put you into the dream world. Ooh. And then off you go. Because of course you can go in and out of the dream as you like, because you're a damn champion of Azeroth. You ain't nobody's bitch. With Azeroth was a one giant Hearthstone, and then just touch the ground. Surprise! All right. All right. So I need my waypoints, baby. Oh yeah, I need to queue for the thing too. Eastern Kingdoms. And let's freaking go. Oh, there's a Sunwell one too? Okay. Or there's a Ghostlands one? Might as well do that. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because we did stuff for Draenei people. People back then even talked about an Emerald Dream expansion, so it would have been a major patch in that. I remember the WoW team was saying something like an Emerald Dream expansion would be boring because it would just be, a big ass forest, and then we got to do stuff in there. I'm sure they could always have fleshed something out if they really wanted to. And they were just like, nah, let's not do that. Waypoint UI add-on was helpful in grabbing fires with that giant diamond in the sky. And we're squatting. Alright, hold up. Let me make sure I hit up this spot. Oh, I finished one. Yay! And then... Oh, that's not even a thing. Okay. That's like different shit. Okay. Whoa. I like it when we revisit older zones. Nah, that'd be cool. Like something that I'm predicting. Something I'm predicting is that throughout World Soul Saga that we will come back to Khazalgar. Because if you think about it, like Midnight and Last Titan, we are going back to older zones. You know, we are going back to like, you know, possibly a revamped Northrend, possibly a revamped northern eastern kingdoms. And then there might be new shit that we see as well, I'm sure. Probably underground, Titan related stuff. As for how we get there, do we go there through Khazalgar? Do we go there through Northrend? I'm not sure. But I'm confident that we're going to come back to Khazalgar for stuff. You know, there's going to be things that are happening there too. And we're doing a roulette. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, I swapped out shields. Okay, so. Whoa. These are some of the craziest. I forgot where these are from actually. Seasoned earthen boulder blades. Well, at least we got the lightning stuff to match. Yeah. Midnight will be mainly called lost in the nearby region, but there's signs the entire northern, either eastern kingdoms might be touched. I don't know. I mean, it's we're gonna find out in less than 2 months where we go. But I can totally see there being like a patch where suddenly we're going back to Halifal. Something happened with the crystal. Oh shit. You know, and then we do something. I don't know what. But we do something. Like the crystal cracked, or it's it's not a crystal, it's an egg. And a Naru came out. Oh shit. Ah. So So yes, that's right, kids. Naru come from eggs. Beldar was the tip of Sargeras' sword all the time, and there was this hole that goes right to through Silithus. I thought they've already said that it's not. That it's not the same thing. Because that was there. You know, people of Beldar, they were there before that. You were joking. Some people are pretty serious about it though, or they still carry it. So. Because of the Ninja Turtle Transmog stuff, I think Midnight will take place in the sewers of New York. I think that's plausible. Nothing's off the table. What will be cool is being able to fly through here one day. Someday soon, we'll actually be able to fly through this damn place. Thank God. And then Bob will do a whole Ninja Turtle song. They're the world's most fearsome fighting team. Yeah. I think I still remember most of the song. Alright, so not Duskwood. I'm going to the closest thing, which is that guy. Oh, there's no bonfire in the Eastern Platelands? Huh. That's new. I want to see a short that shows the portal entrance to the Ghostlands and it just disappears. I want to see like you know, we're here and then someone gets on the mountain and they just start flying. That would Make people like just jizz their pants. Oh my god. At last. It's what we've all been waiting for. We haven't seen it in forever. Elves. Ah, elves. Ah, this place might be ruined though. It's gonna be all it's gonna be all voided out. What if midnight is more like a party? And then midnight is just like, no metaphor, it's just time of day. And people are just hanging out at the club. Dance, it's a dance expansion. Damn. We might have figured it out. Is it just this one? Just the one. Sounds good. Okay, so let's take a flight. I'll just take a flight point. Where will I go? I'll go to I guess I can go to just back to Tirisfal. Ooh. You know what? Sure, why not? I'm feeling kind of lazy. Off to... Nah, just take me to lights. Oh. There's so many faster ways I could do this. Nah, screw it. Dancing in the... Yeah, no, dude. That'd be the ultimate Rickroll. Yeah, welcome to Gamescom. Yeah, and here we are, dude. It's midnight, and then yeah, it's a music video. Out to see Stratholme as a Mythic Plus thing at midnight. I am interested to see like other like older dungeons be updated. Still have the old version, for either the purpose of Mythic Plus or just to have it. But I want to see like dungeons change. I mean, it's been 20 years, man. How long do those fires keep going? Over in Strat. I mean, that's a fashion show held every 10,000 years. Mythic raid teams now recruiting players who obsessively collect transmogs. The greater your collection, the higher your gear score. I would be crazy humored by that. I joke that we need a beach expansion at some point. Like an actual filler expansion. Where it's just a party. Travel style the entire expansion? Oh, yeah. I'm hoping for big system changes like that too, man. They gotta do something about Transmog. I feel like they gotta do something about it. It feels wrong right now. And expensive. I mean, I don't mind doing the roulettes and all that stuff, but for people who just want to change from one outfit to another, hey, here's like 5 of my favorite outfits, but each time I want to switch to it, I gotta pay like $1,000. I'm like, okay, that doesn't feel reasonable. Like, I want the raid boss to be a giant watermelon that we gotta crack open. And all that. Raid fights and dungeons, they're like just party games. The player hub is a it's like one of those beach stands where you gotta maintain a you gotta get customers and all that shit. Yeah, that'd be sick. I'd play it. I'm a sheep. Our boss is just me doing improv. Improv. It was actually the watermelons who was telling the jailer what to do. Hunger drives everything, man. It's a powerful force. Final bosses are just one big game of Warcraft Rumble. Oh, that'd be sick. Actual Hearthstone encounters. You know, it's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Encounter begins. Screen blacks out. Hearthstone client loads up. Wait, what? Why? Why? Just imagine WoW becomes Sal. Oh, God. What about us with like 50 alts? What do we do? We would be very confused. Very, very confused. Oh, now I'm getting the gears. Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble. Okay, what version of Brill am I going to? Okay, I'm in this Brill. This works. Hell, I don't know if this is post-war Brill or what. Okay, I see that. Is there a Savannah statue still here? Okay, it's still there. So this is pre-war Brill, I guess. And then there's an Undercity bonfire. Oh, hold on. Oh, I forgot about that. So that means down I go. With the turn-based stuff, there would be a lot of Ron Weasley references, like when I make my... Oh, wait, turn-based WoW? This place never fails to bring back the nostalgia of going up and down the elevator, possibly dying on the elevator. You turn around, it opens up, and it's like, wow, look at how gross this place is. Oh, is that just torch tossing? Oh, never mind. Shoot. Chose the wrong place. Alright, never mind. I'll just get out of here. If I can find my way out. Is that it? Shit. No, that's not it. Somewhere is that pipe. Yoo-hoo, pipe sing. Oh, I think that was it. There we go. I remember at one point I was like really trying hard to like get a Drakthir in here so I could do like Soar for the first time when dragon riding was first becoming a thing. Turn-based would be pretty cool. I can see Blizz making into a gacha game. I want to see a freaking idle game with WoW, with Warcraft stuff. Or, you know, pet battle kind of thing. That's always going to be a pretty popular ask, I think, until they finally do it. Alright, marker go away. Now, next. Back in Manila, I thought it would be cool to venture on foot to Lordaeron Stone just to wave to Hordes as they went to the elevator. Did they kill you? And Ottawa, as if Modern Warfare plays. I don't know. Idle games, they can be very busy too. Like, I'll suddenly like hop onto something and be like, okay, my neck's starting to hurt. Shit. It would take like 10 to 20 minutes. A free honor kill. I guess depends on your level too. Where's my thing? I'll be sad if I don't get to 350. I'm sure I will. I hope I will. Honestly, comparable to Marvel's Midnight Suns or XCOM. Okay, I would be pissed, dude. You know, if I have like this big orc warrior or a Tauren warrior with a giant axe and they swing like this huge haymaker at the enemy and then they miss. I'd be so pissed. Like, how does Arcane Explosion miss? What the fuck? Now, that said, I love XCOM games. Like, those are so fun. And they get brutal, man. Sometimes, like, I totally have my back to the wall and I'm like running on fumes, barely surviving from like one mission to the next, and dudes are just getting killed. Oh, I think I need to talk to what's his face. Maybe. There he is. There's order. Or Zdorny. Have you hit all the fires in these kingdoms in Kalimdor? Kalimdor, yes. I already finished Kalimdor. Not all I have left are Eastern Kingdoms. So next mega dungeon, ghosts have appeared in players' houses, tormenting them, find the source of created tower that has suddenly appeared in Silverpine Forest. I'm gonna be curious to see, like, you know, as we get more housing stuff available, and you know, what sort of content can people make aside from, hey, look at my house or look at what I made. You know, will there be a thing where people want to make like jumping puzzles and like little RP centers and certain neighborhoods that are dedicated to this sort of stuff, or player-made arenas? I think that's like the most tangible thing that I think would be a really, really cool idea for them to put in. Never mind Blizzard coming out with arenas, just let players make their own. That'd be sick. And then, you know, that would kind of inform Blizzard to like make an official one, you know, for rated arenas and stuff like that. That'd be neat. Oh, am I going to Hinterlands too? Yeah. One of the fires is lucrative on Earth, and oh yeah. I don't think mine's maxed out yet, but he did all the discovering and stuff, so that was during Halloween. But it is pretty good. Like, you do a lot of traveling here. So maybe I'll just make another Earthen. Yeah, because in case I don't have, because I don't have enough to buy everything. I think there's another 350 that I need to earn. So maybe I should have just used an Earthen to do it. But oh well, it's okay. Did the fire alarm on classic on all my alts, made a cool 15k, not bad. Nice. Like 15k gold or XP or what? I'm thinking XP. For gold. That's pretty cool. That's money. Did you know you can fly upside down? I know I could at one point. I remember I remember at one point there was a bug with dragon riding where I was able to like flip upside down and then I would gain vigor while gaining altitude because I was upside down. That was hilarious. Where to next? Oh, my bad. Make sure the marker goes away. There we go. I remember I had a lot of fun trying to go through the tunnels here. I didn't do a very good job of it either, though. It was pretty tough. Wait, I think this is inside Ironfire. Okay, so I'm skipping that one. Yeah, so never mind that particular one. Let's go here. While in the air, as you're holding forward, hold down the insert key on the keyboard. You'll start doing a loop around enough and you'll be upside down. So does it let you gain like the infinite victory? Yeah, because I kind of remember that. Yeah, it was like this. And there, let me try again. Nope. Yeah, because that was a bug from before. I'm like, okay, cool. I have infinite flying now. But then I know they did fix it, so I wasn't sure if it's like, oh, did they unfix it? That's hilarious. I think these days, you know, now that we have steady flights and everything, like, I don't think people are really tripping over it anymore. Before, though, the rhetoric around dragon riding and it's like, oh, you know, we want to have infinite flight, Blaze, blah, blah, blah. You know, that was really loud, so being able to fly upside down and gain vigor while gaining altitude, it was a big deal for a good week or so. And where are we now? Wetlands? No, Loch Moran. I think this is one of the least visited zone that I've never played through. I know nothing that goes on here. Sad. Oh, is there a Vashir one too? Oh, there is a Vashir thing. Okay. Sure. I mean, it's not a good idea to have an underwater cave and then light a bonfire inside. That's like, hey, you want everyone to get killed? Who needs oxygen, right? No big deal. I guess I'm going for this one. I wonder why these aren't marked. Interesting. Meanwhile, I know I played the crap out of this zone. I lived here, like my alts, they lived here. I did so much leveling here. And the dailies. Going here and wiping out dwarves over here felt good. Where to next? This way. Oh, I totally went like backwards. Okay, so now. So what's my status? Buck 92. Ooh, cutting it close. Place is the best place to level for Alliance. It's not even close. Oh, is it? Ah. So would it be a good idea for like a human or a night elf to like travel all the way there and then quest? I mean, cool place. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know shit about it. There was more water. I think. Kind of funny how you got Lockwood and then all of a sudden Badlands. And there's like, and of course there's like so many post cataclysm things that I have no clue about. Like I came here for some shield transmog quests. That's about it. But I do remember the whole thing about punching Deathwing. That one is like, that was like mandatory. And I think it's one of the only times that you actually see the Deathwing humanoid model being used. There might have been, I think there were other times during Dragonflight where you would see the model, but yeah, so that was about it. Go away, map pin. There we go. If speed's your objective? All right. Not a tip that I'd want to end up doing. I mean, level an alliance? Ill. One thing I still haven't done though, it's kind of on my bucket list. I just never get around to it. I want to keep developing the alliance garrison. I still haven't leveled one up fully. Oh, there is one. There was like a warrior, I think. Some alliance warrior that I had set up, and all right, I'm gonna work on this garrison thing. Let's go, and I just keep falling off on it. I guess now that, you know, especially now that player housing is going to be a thing, I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I'll make my own nice little pad. My own little living space. Do the whole zone you get from 10 to 35? Damn! In an hour. Okay, that's pretty quick. That's impressive. Still no word on tomorrow on this weekend's plans. Yeah, this week I'm either going up or she's coming down. Week after that is 4th of July. Week after that is Superman week. Anyone gonna watch it, by the way? Don't spoil if anyone has seen or heard anything about it. I know shit. Except like 1 or 2 trailers. That's about it. Superman's one of those things that I'm a sucker for. Like Terminator. I have to watch a Terminator movie when it comes out. Just like I have to watch a Superman movie when that comes out. It's like the law. And where's the thing? Oh, there is no thing. Shit. That's right. Capital. Yeah. All right, where do I go then? Let's go. Yeah, I'll approach from here. Wait, why am I going north? I shouldn't be going north. go that way instead. Oh, it was by the trading post person? Oh, okay. Ah. Oh, do I have to like put it out, I think? Yeah. Ah, fuck it. I'm scared. If it ain't Batman, it doesn't matter. Nah, for me, between Batman and Superman all the way. Batman's too depressing and edgelord and all that stuff. He's always upset. But Superman is like just signature boyhood power fantasy. Oops. Alright, Beacon, where am I going now? Off to Duskwood. No, Stranglethorn. Did I ever watch the death battle of Superman versus Goku? Oh, I have bad memories of. I don't have a great memory. I know I watched it. I just don't remember what the outcome was. Yeah, I forget who won. With that in mind, I would have figured Superman would win anyway. Like, Superman just has too much elemental resistance. But yeah, remind me, Dreyfus, who did win? If I recall, no one won. They both walked it off and congratulated each other on a good... Oh, was that it? Oh, that's weak. That's whipped. That is the death battle dudes just being cowards. How dare they not make a stand? And the first... Oh, there were multiple. Oh, okay, that's a trick question then, man. They did 3? Okay, so how did they win? How did each of them win whichever one? Like, my whole thing is, like, if Goku can die from heart failure or heart disease or whatever, that's an auto loss. And then you can die from old age or whatever. Yeah, that ain't gonna fly. Alright, where am I going now? I'm going to... I think now I'm going to Duskwood, probably. Or Karazhan? I don't know. Whatever the case, I don't have enough Burning Blossom. I don't think I'll have enough. I'm gonna have to do like some of those other quests that I've been missing out on. Yeah. Just need 350 though. Then Goku obtained his blue form because he's a god, but Soup still won? Oh, wow. The real question is now Homelander versus Superman? Oh, I think Superman all the way. Like, in a brawl, Superman. 1,000 times. Like, if you can get your brain stabbed and it'll actually affect you, you're not going to win. You're not going to win. In a battle of, like, tactics, though, you know, then any idiot would want to be like, oh, I'm gonna just bring kryptonite with me. Fuck yeah. And then he's fucked. But in terms of just like a straight brawl, oh, don't forget. Or Omni-Man. I'm not familiar with Omni-Man, actually. I've watched a good chunk of Invincible, but I don't think I finished watching that. I don't even think I finished watching the first season. It was very cool to see him fighting that whole alien world. That was very entertaining. You create some headcanon where Soups and Goku become sparring buddies. Well, that's cute. But yeah, Homelander versus Superman, no contest. No contest. Whoop. Well, I'm not familiar with this spot. What the hell? Another goblin town up here? Oh, yeah, this is new to me. Ooh. A sad little goblin town. All right. Now it's asking me, okay, so not that one. Oh, I guess I didn't do that one. There was an Omni-Man versus Homelander. I would think Omni-Man would win. Yeah, because the way I think of it, Homelander doesn't really have like he doesn't have experience the way I see it. Like he doesn't know how to fight other people. He just overpowers everyone for the most part. Like he hasn't really been challenged, I don't think. I feel like Omni-Man though, you know, he has had like battle prowess and experience fighting dudes that are like at his level. But that's me without knowing the outcome of that fight. Recommend Lebanon Alliance suggests check out the Cataclysm Zones, especially it's a lot of good stuff you're missing. No, there's a lot of stuff I've missed in that period. Like I've leveled up very, very little in the post Cataclysm Zones. It's pretty sad. Alright, so I'm at 322. So I think there are like these lieutenants I can go for. So that gives me like, yeah, okay. So there's a path for me. I just need to do these quests. And apparently I guess I wasn't tracking them very well. So where would I go? What's the closest ones? That's west. That's not it. Oh, Badlands is one. All right. So as far I've never done these before, so it's just click a thing, dude get summoned, take him out. 10 currencies. Yeah. I guess it's in here. Yeah. Yes, sir. So Omni-Man versus Homelander. Who won? Oh, level 80. Haha. That's right. How dare you leech off my efforts, you scum! Okay, so I think there was one not here. Stranglethorn, I think? Yeah, Stranglethorn, and... okay, that's where. So this guy's next. Man, you know, I actually rewatched that on YouTube the other day. My feed was like, hey, you want to watch It Man? Well, sure, I'll watch it. That's a fun one. Dude, Donnie Yen was what he. I really liked him in that last John Wick movie. He was hella cool. All right. What was his name in Kane? I think was his name. Omni-Man no contest. I figure. What was the how? How did he win? Because I'm just thinking like just straight experience. Like he just knows how to fight. There's a move going on East versus West martial arts. Who will win? Oh, is that where it came from? Hmm. I mean, he is badass though. Ace had Donnie Yen, Jet Li, Bruce Lee, and Jackie. If I hear John Cena, I'm gonna be like sad. Alright, where's the thing? Here it is. Alright. Now I'm going to Silphus. Okay, Dark Portal. Are there others though? No. There are not. Okay, so I'm going to Outland. I guess I'll go to Area 52. Guess that'll be. Guess that'll work. I assume I saw the collector's buff for July. Yep. It was mainly a bit of Omni-Man having more experience over Homelander, and Homelander was also too arrogant for his own good. Yeah, no, I get that. Because, like, in that world, Homelander is, like, basically unchallenged. You know, and whenever he would, like, fight someone, he would be, like, surprised. Like, what? So, huh, I feel good that I was kind of on the mark there. Yeah, and without knowing anything about Omni-Man, that's really all I got. Because otherwise, it's like, okay, well, what about a younger Omni-Man before he like matured in his battle prowess and all that? But I don't know. I don't know any better. Homelander shows a bit dark for me, but I know of him through memes and Death Battle. What's it called? The Boys is a really dark show. Very satirical. But these days, it's not even satirical enough. Like, it tries to make fun of, like, current events and stuff, but it's... yeah. It's not even good satire anymore. It's not that I'm blaming the show. It's just that real life is just fucking crazy. Alright, where is this thing? Crystal? Nope, that's not it. There are fires there. Oh, here it is. Glacial Templar. Yeah, how come I've never seen these before? This isn't new, right? This isn't new to this holiday? I hella don't remember seeing these before. Farewell. Okay, so I think I can take a portal back to Ore from here. Yeah. West had John Oliver 10, John Michael White, Chuck Norris, and Scott Adkins. I'm not familiar with Scott Adkins, but well. Boys Comic is terrible though? Oh, is it? Oh, that sucks. Don't spoil. Because I think this next season should be the last one. I think. Alright, now... Hopefully this will get me at 350. $352. Perfect. Perfect. So now... So I have this, I have this, I have this, I don't have this, and I don't have this. So I'll buy the helm. Is there anything else that I want here? No. No. Like, is there like a... Okay, there's some other stuff. So like some toys and what have you, but I think yeah, I'm cool with getting the Transmog. Okay, I have the Hearthstone. Okay, so I'm good there. So I guess I'll go for the shoulders maybe if I have time over the next week or so, and like that'll be it. I don't think I really care for like some of the other stuff. Set of matches. That is kind of funny, but nah. I'll take my time on it. Washington ain't getting past Donnie again, and yeah. The pets tend to sell? Ah, I got it. No, my whole gold making thing has always been, you know, just find a routine and stick to it, and then like, you're probably okay. Alright, so I finished that. Cool. Yay, I finished the thing. Okay, let me make sure I go through this Delved bounty now. Before I forget. Alright. Video game, where are you taking me? This toy is very useful, by the way. You can be anywhere. And it's like, yo, take me to a bountiful thing. And hopefully it won't suck. Actually, hold on. I want to go to a electric delve. Oh yeah, I'd rather go to that one for sure. Might as well do an overcharge delve. 3 beach tournament pet in my classic bank. They'll sell for a shitload in mop. Nice. That's a good idea. You know, using that to make gold, or you know, if you want to use that to do WoW tokens and all that, you know, you can use those kinds of economies. But I don't think I can do that again, man. You know, doing the whole glyph vendor stuff. Oh, that was... That was an experience. That was definitely an experience. That I don't think I want to repeat. I would spend some long ass hours gathering, milling, mostly milling. Ugh, that was brutal. Then you go for subs, so all the goals is going towards mounts of baby. Ooh, portal. Hello. What is my setup? Do I have a thing? Shards. 90. Busted. Who has unlocked the 5th warband tab? I have not. I haven't really had a good use for it or a good reason to get it. Like at the moment, the reason I would get it is because I'm just horribly disorganized and I just need more room for stuff, and I would just quickly fill it up with more garbage. So it wouldn't do me any good. If I was really big on like selling stuff again, and professions and like that whole shuffle, then I'd probably do it. But at least the me of right now, nah. I'm not. I don't think I need it. Look, I blew a lot of gold on recent sales on mounts and other stuff. So, and I'm just gonna wait for like a cool, fun time to do giveaways, and you have 2? That's no shame. I mean, that stuff adds up. Whoop. Whoop whoop again. Okay, I think, yeah, that's right. I use the extra action button. It zaps stuff, and then I can destroy that. Now I kind of remember. But make sure to loot, so I can get shards and shit. I don't think I can loot this, can I? No. Fifth one's like 1.5. Oh, 1.5? I thought it was 2.5. No, I think I'm wrong. Having a personal guild bank definitely helps. Yeah, I would say like the personal guild banks, or alt guild banks, they're good for like longer term storage. The war bank, as I kind of perceive it, is very much for like active use. If you are going to use the bank, and you need like quick storage across multiple characters. If you don't, then you're not going to. You're not going to be very effective at using it. It's just storage. It's just a place to store your crap. And yeah, you're better off with just having guild banks and stuff. So that's my big thing. Like if you oh shit. Oh, don't die. There we go. Like don't die until the before the damn rig comes up. Alright, it's 2.5, okay. Constantly in the mindset of not getting rid of mats because I might make something across all professions. Big might. Like, most of my Warbank is made up of Ceravite bolts. For, like, just in case. Yeah, it'll be like, it might be for, like, another round of easy engineering leveling again. Or I might sell it. You know, and make a shitload of gold. So much veteran gear in my bag for disenchant knowledge points. Yeah, that's like the thing for me. It's like there's, man, I didn't think that it would be that lucrative. Not lucrative, but that we would get that much warbound gear. You know, and it's another one of those reasons. I'm going back to an old conversation we had earlier this morning about, hey, let's have like world tier difficulties go up so that way people feel challenged and we can get more rewards. But we get so many rewards from other places already. And I just feel like the world tier stuff, it wouldn't have a great space. It wouldn't be a great space to fill for the purpose of rewards. It's like, why bother with the world tier stuff when I can do XYZ instead? But then some people be like, well, I'd be happy doing world tier stuff. But then that kind of like, that threatens like delves a bit too. That and, I guess I wonder how that might fragment players too. I don't think it would. Like we could always have like oh, that's the other thing too. I guess the whole world tour thing, it would quickly get canceled out by the fact that we could just like party up and like just blast everything anyway. So where would that difficulty go? Anyway. Reckles. I remember that name. It's a... Yeah, that name sounds kind of familiar. I have like 700 Mog pieces on my Transmog auction house person. I still need to figure out how to get over 2,000 pieces. Ugh. That's a lot to sell, dude. I'd be horrified if I had that much stuff to offload. And it's dark in here. It's very dark in here. Loot. Ooh. Stuck. Whoa, camera angle. No. That's apparently the magic number to reach so your auctions sell more? What? Ruckles was the guy from Wanted by... Oh, yeah! I remember him now. Okay. I totally forgot about him. So I'm guessing that he stopped playing and all that stuff, or... Like... Or did something else happen to him? Hasn't streamed in a long time? Okay. Well, that's how it goes. Last I remember, he was like, you know, trying to get fit, work out. Oh, wasted. I just got a cool pose. Yeah. That's an interesting theory. Have one of everything to sell. No, I'm too disorganized for that. That's that's more inventory than I could ever hope to have. Oh, actually, I'll kill this thing. I get a little bit out of this guy. Or I get some shards out of it. Come on, baby. Got one. One. Whipped. Okay. But I should be able to turn on the thing now, right? Yeah. So now I get more movement speed. Whoop-dee-doo. It was like, learn up to 75% of your professions via the Warcraft recipes website. Use TSM and use professions. Ooh, don't die. Ooh, saved. Man, I'll be sad when the rig is gone next season. Francine was awesome. It'll be really tragic, man. A TSM is a lot. Between the mathing of things, the formulas that are available, like there's a lot that you can do. But these days, I haven't been doing that kind of selling. It's just concentration crafts. That's been the game. Use up all my concentration, make cheap stuff for like easy flips. That's it. It's not a lot of gold, but it's just quick logins and you're done. Zappy, zappy. Actually, I'll kill these guys. I think I might get a little something out of it. Seeing mog sales almost every other day, so I'm shooting for 2K now out of sheer curiosity. Yeah, when you only have like one or two like really good things, it doesn't feel good when you're like trying to post and it's like, oh, I'm not really getting anything out of it. But yeah, no way will I ever have the room for that. I would have to like, I'd free up like 10 or 20 slots, and then I would just like keep like pulling stuff out of the mailbox, reposting, pulling stuff out of, yeah, that would drive me nuts. I only have one serious Mog appearance right now. It's like a, I think it was something that I found in Guildbank. Like someone just put it in. I'm like, okay, I'll sell for Guildbank money. It was a Fell Steel Axe or something like that. Somehow it's going for almost 300k. I don't know if it'll actually circulate, but might as well just put it out whenever I can. So much poop. Damn, another brand. I'll be really sad when this is over. Really sad. I forgot how to get my profession max out and right initial trees to lock into during 12.0 and 12.1. Oh, we're a long way from that, man. We're not gonna find out for like 6-7 months. Yeah, I say, yeah, don't worry about it. I'd say if anything, at least, if nothing else, just have characters. Have characters that you're prepared to um, use or shift their professions for. Like, there's a lot of folks that are preparing for player housing stuff, so that way they can be self-sufficient. I am definitely not doing that. I'm for the most part, I'm just going to rely on the guild to help make stuff for me. I'm like, yo, I ain't got that kind of time. I wish. All right. Good to go, right? Good to go. So I think that was my 3 of 3. Time won't allow me to find the top of my remaining 70s, then just work on profession stuff until midnight. Nice. Well, actually, I should go inside. Oh, actually, how many shards do I have? Not many. I got 56. Okay. That's not so bad. I'll leave it at that. Spattering of gold. So that's nothing. And then there's normal shit. Like, check it out, dude. Let's see. Not exactly 1,000, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, that's like 6 something, 7 grand. That you can make, across each alt. Just doing, some probably fairly easy stuff. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, gold and rep and all that stuff, that shit comes like really easy these days. You have an alchemy cooldown team? I've been doing mostly like alloy stuff. Now, one thing to keep an eye out for is with 11.2, there's going to be a new healing potion recipe. Those are going to move super fast. So I think people are probably trying to offload whatever healing potions that they have stocked up, trying to get rid of all that now and make room for the new stuff. Been doing those 800 gold dailies religiously across 14. Yeah, it adds up, man. They're not too hard. It gives your character some, you get a little bit of experience with your characters. Can't go wrong. Like, the whole point is, like, I guess mentally, like, it's easy to get kind of caught up with wanting to chase, like, the newest fad, when your best bet is to, again, find a routine and then just stick to it. And then once it becomes more or less like a muscle memory kind of thing, then you get used to the income and you can kind of coast, because you don't really feel like you're putting in like that big of an effort, because you're just used to the routine and what you're doing. You're not wasting time. It's just part of your day. And then before you know it, you're like, oh, I got like 1.5, 1.8 million. Nice. And it's just adding up. One of my ideas, farming world quest for all, Great Vault, and then just getting gold from that too. Yeah. Doing the, what are they called? Special assignments and that sort of stuff, or the pinnacle stuff, the weekly things, like, easy. I don't think there was anything this week, right? Well, if anything, oh, that's right, it's the Titan Disc Fragment thing. So if I did one more delve, then I'll get a pinnacle cache and get like some extra gold and whatnot from that too. But some of that stuff can be like pretty easy. Like, actually, no, I came out here, but let me go down to Howlfall. You know, like after some initial questing here, like, hey, why don't you just go down to Hellfall, you know, click on a couple of braziers and get a chest. Yay. Another mini lottery is just doing the 4 fling weekly stuff from that. Yeah, yeah, so like doing this stuff. I'm about to go there. Like doing this on multiple alts, like that takes a little bit of setup. Because you need to first like have actual radiant things, and you don't, and those aren't warbound. Unfortunately, if they were warbound, oh, that'd be sick. Although I don't know what they call it again, radiant shards or radiant remnant. There we go. Like if this was warbound, oh, that'd be sick. Or if it was like in the currency tab, that would be very nice. I like how the dailies on the search is adding award rep. You can buy the shards from the rep vendor. Don't you use resonant crystals though? Because I try to save those. I know that like I want to eventually get like those other like casual ensembles and stuff, but I thought I used resonant crystals for that. Oh, you monster! How dare you! Yeah, basically playing the game makes you like tons and tons of gold. But funny enough, playing endgame doesn't, kind of. It kind of doesn't. And I'm talking about like if you just do mythic raids, if you just do keys and stuff, like you don't really get gold from that. There are ways you can. You know, you could be like, oh, let me sell services and all that. That'll make me hella gold. You know, that's a little different though. But like just going through the routine, oh man, you get hooked up. So boom, weekly. What do I get? $1.69 gold. I have not my favorite stuff. Yeah, a little bit of extra gold. Like that one's not much. It's like to finish the initial campaign as well, so I can get all the world quests unlocked. Oh yeah, man, it's like good. So like here's like some stuff. There's like a world boss there, and then like the dual recruits. Sure, let's head over. This is roulette money. How much do I still have on me? I still have about 3 million on me. Maybe I'll buy more stuff on sale. I think there's still sales going on. Shout out to BT Dub Quest that actually show the quest chains. There we go. It's like, sorry guys, I'm gonna slaughter the lot of you. Eight, right? Yeah. Else? Here we go. 8. Yeah, that's right. Bow to your king. Ha 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 ha. Then let's see if there's anyone. I'm sure people will do the world boss for gold. Sure. Alright, Peter, you take care, man. Oh shit, it's noon. Damn. Alright, I'll do this world boss. If the key is good, we'll do it. Belladar's spawn found. Nah, whatever. I want gold. Oh, hey, look. But I don't think anyone will just show up. So... Ooh, I showed up at a good time. Ho, ho, ho. And I got a ring. Yay. Yay, a ring to sell. Go me. All right. So it is a good time for me to head out as well. Shoot, yeah, gotta start working on the weekly for Saturday. See what my plans are for the weekend. Training. Oh, and oh shit. Oh god. Okay, never mind. Never mind. We're doing another one. We're doing another one. See, I'm glad I stopped early. Okay, so where is it? Excuse me. Ring, ring, ring. All right. Okay, I got to turn the music off though. All right. Hear ye again. Hey, it's Soul with another video, another video. And today we're going to look at the July trading post preview. Please be a full one. Please like the video, subscribe for more stuff. And already we can see that at the end of the month, we're going to get a green horse creature and maybe the Transmog outfit too, but I kind of doubt it. But well, we'll see. Just when you think it's safe to go to the July trading post, the Forsaken have infiltrated the month's offerings. This month's bar is extended to include the 3 new Forsaken themed rewards to add to your collection. Forsaken Grotesque Cauldron, an ensemble, and the Grotesque Charger. So we're getting all this stuff. Nice. Thank you, Forsaken. Visit T and Dub for the thing, and let's get right to it. So we kick it off with this crazy fell boar looking mount guy. Nice. And the person who's riding it, wow, that's a very crazy outfit too. Okay, we have the unarmored Death Tusk Fellboar, wandering the glades of Fellwood on a steady diet of cursed truffles and lost travelers. Do not pet. No way. So we have two mounts this time. The Fellboar is going for a mere 325. That's not very much at all. We have the Wailing Banshee's Charger, which I'm going to guess is a recolor of this one. That one's going for 575. And then we have Blub, a pet, that is going for 500 tender. That is a fish. And thank you for the WoW head links. I appreciate that, WoW team. Yeah, so it's a purple version of the Charger, which looks like this. It's pretty sick. Oh, and it did a fancy schmancy pose. Thanks, appreciate it. All right, so we got new Transmog appearances, including a sweatsuit of purple and green variants. Not bad. Weird stitching, but not bad. We have purple capes, and let's see. Okay, it's this style of cape that we're seeing here, which is like okay. The plum sarong. I'm not gonna preview everything. And then here's like the 2 sets we were looking at, only going for 100. So that's not bad. So they're fairly cheap. We also have a plum tabard. I think that might be a routine, returnee actually. Actually, no, we're actually looking at different stuff here. So these are, this is the cloak type. Okay. And here is the scarf type. Nice purple. Nice purple. So all these are going for fairly cheap. We have a new quiver available. Oh, interesting. That looks like, does that look like a bouquet? Yes, it is. That's kind of cool. Get it? Bouquet. Oh, that's funny. And then it looks like there's different variants of that, but then also a Dark Ranger one as well. So if you want to sport that, that's available as well. Very cool. Okay, here's the cauldron they were talking about. So I guess this is a variant of the cauldron. One we're going to get from the from completing the month. And then this is one that's available for purchase for, I think I saw like 200 tender. That's busy. This is a rack. All right. And then we also have, I think I kind of remember this one, Deep Sea Treasure Pack. I could have swore this cost more than 300 before. Or actually, no, 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 no. I think that was a shop item almost. Unless this is different. Yeah, I kind of remember this one. Like this is like a high quality kind of back appearance. And then we also have a Wailing Banshees collection as well as a diving suit. There's this diving suit, which seems to be coming back. We have, here's the Wailing Banshee thing. So this one is up for sale and it's going for a lot. Ooh, man. 800 tender. I'm sorry, 700 tender for the Wailing Banshees collection. That's this guy going on right here. But those shoulders look pretty sick. Let's wait for that thing to show up again. Come on, do it. Let's look at the female body type. Yeah, that looks cool. That looks very, very cool. Even showing some skin. I don't want to see them shoulders glow. Sorry, folks. Let's give it a second. There we go. Ooh, that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Very premium pricing, but still very neat. All right, so weapon transmog appearances. They have purples, and they're calling it mint. That's cute. It is mint, yeah. So here's the mace, as well as the wand. All right. Oh, I wonder if it shoots that. Does it shoot that projectile too? That'd be kind of cool. Too bad we don't really do a lot of that. So we have a two-handed sword, which looks pretty cool. A Wailing Banshee longbow. Those look like roses too. That's kind of neat. As for the costs, so the wands are going for $150. The longbows are going for $175. A one-handed sword. Let's see how this one looks. So this one-handed sword, so it's just a shorter version of the same thing. Because here's the two-hander right here. I know I'm kind of like rushing through. I don't want this video to be like super long. I don't want to drag it out or anything. But yeah, it looks like it's just the same variant, just bigger. There are war glaives. Let's see how these things look. Okay, this looks classic, as in Illidan classic. All right, so this is a legit style. Very, very clean. I like that. And there are two sets, so I guess we're getting both that and the purple set. So that's the green one. I think this one's the purple one. Yeah, so here's the purpley set. So you can do one of each if you're greedy. Those are going for 200 a pop though. So just keep that in mind. And that seems to be it. And then that's followed by like here's the month reward. So yeah, they were not kidding. They definitely had Forsaken stuff like it just take over for a lot of this month. So it looks like we're going the way that they described this. Here we go. This one's bar is extended. So create new memories as you adventure with 1,400 points. Okay, so you just need to instead of going for 1,000, you're going for up to 1,400 to eventually get the charger. That's not so bad. I mean, the way that we do the trading post stuff these days, it feels very automatic. Between that and the final surge, which by the way, you have a couple days left to go through it. It's not bad though, and you do get like the set, the back, and the and this variant. Of course, if you want the different colors, then you're gonna have to throw down for it. It's not bad though. As for, is this going to be a save or spend kind of month? That one's a little tough because what we're getting for the end of the month is pretty cool. The mounts are not super expensive. They're not so bad, and at least there's only two. The pet I don't really care for. Not that big of a deal. I'm probably gonna get the shoulders and like I'll get the cheap stuff. The shoulders, the tabard. I'm probably gonna hold off on the sweat stuff, on the sweatpants and all that. Because they're okay. They just they don't seem to add like a lot that I'm going to be like, okay, I gotta have this jumper or whatnot. It's not like I need to have like 3D effects, but it's a little bit plain for me. I'm not going to go for the ensembles. I think I'm happy with what I'm going to get for the end of the month. I think for the most part, I'm going to save, aside from like the really cheap stuff. Of course, it's like a given. But let me know what you guys think. Is this going to be a save or spend month? What do you think of the monthly reward? And that's going to be it. You guys have a great rest of your thing, and I'll see you guys later. Stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, stay breezy. You're going to be broke only because it's like, Forsaken stuff. You're like, duh. I'm still kind of like it's cool, but is it that cool? No, I'm gonna pass on that. I am passing on most of this because I'm saving. I'm doing a lot of savings for player housing stuff. Like I'm on a mission. I want to save as much as I can. I don't want to get caught up with like anything too crazy. The things that I would go for, even if I was in a spending mood, I'd go for the swords. I think the one-handed swords are kind of cool. Where is it at? So like this thing seems neat. It's a different look, a different feel. Let me look at actually let me look at the mace. How does this mace look? It's not bad. It looks cool. Like, hey, let me smash you over with Sylvanas' face and and impress it into your chest. And then you have like this big impression. The bow is cool. Actually, I say the warglaives look hella cool too. Like longbow, warglaives. So like, okay, close up it looks better. I like it. Very stylish. Warglaives are very clean looking. They have like a bit of that subtle animation. I think that works out. So anyway, thanks for sticking around for this latest one. You know what? I'm here. I'm just gonna work now. Might as well log on some extra time. Why not? More React content. It's one spidery pizza cutter. Just more casual mog for me to ruin the guild's in-game cutscenes. Oh, please. I am so all about like the casual like sorts of looks and all that. No doubt. Trading post Julie. Cool, so I'm not gonna work anymore today. You're a fan of it? Cool. July with two eyes. Okay. I love raiding raids in street clothes. Who doesn't? Shoot, I go in my random transmog. Like I sometimes I don't change back. I'm just gonna wear like the same stuff that I've been wearing. And it's just all bad. All bad. Okay, is this the right one? Catherine, how broke are you gonna be? I'm doing my best to save and I'm gonna stick to it, damn it. I'm really glad though that we're getting Mount, Transmog, and the back piece, getting all that stuff. That part I appreciate. Thank you, WoW team, for like kind of hooking us up on that front. Otherwise, it would have been a save month, and I would have been sad because I'd be like, "Oh, they got some cool stuff." I'm just not gonna end up picking up anything neat, and then sad song, sad puppy. Now imagine one day here. Imagine one day, player housing's a thing, and then they feature all sorts of like dark, spooky colors. You can have like oh, that'd be sick. You can have like black roses like in like along the walls and everything. And then you could have like a dummy of sorts. And then you could dress it up in like the Thanos clothing, right? And then you take the dummy. Here we go. You're gonna take the dummy, and because you can move stuff around, You take the dummy and then you move it horizontally, and then you put it on top of a bed, and then you'd be like, yeah. No, I'm just kidding. But I would definitely think about doing that. Let me start that. You know, it'd be funny too if you could take that and then you shrink it down as much as you can, and then it becomes like your plush. Yeah, that'd be cool. That would be so meta and so arrogant. Like, I would do it. I would do this. I would make a dummy or whatever of like my character's current transmog, and then if I can pose it or something, I would pose it, shrink it down, put it on top of a bed, and then I would have a plushie of myself because I am that vain. Yeah. That'd be hella funny, dude. That would be hella funny. Hey, you're going to Germany? Because I'm not. I hope they haul you over though. Because I don't think I'm gonna go. That's money, dude. I hope so. Oh, that'd be sick. You should bug him, dude. You should bug Alex and be like, yo, first off, Alex, where do I send the bribes? And then two, can you take me to Germany? That'd be pretty sick. You gotta lead it off in that order if you want to have any if you want to have any hope there. Okay, so that's good. Where's my other stuff? So we're doing the same thing. We are cutting stuff over. We are pasting it onto the videos. Okay, and now we're good to go. So like I was describing this before, like when I do React stuff like this, it's very low tech. It's very unsophisticated, and I just want to like pump out because that's where the money is. This is how we do it. Would I be a vampire if you were that vain? Ha ha ha! Clever. All right. All right, I gotta decide lunch. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have like salad and kebab today, and I'll be cool with that. All right. So here we are doing not that one, not this one. I was just looking at. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be a sick trading post. At least for like the monthly reward. I think this is a big hookup. Very exciting. Okay. Okay, you can go. Ooh, blurry. All right. That thing can go. All right. Where was I? Do, 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 do. Crap. Where are my downloads? There are my downloads. Do, 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 do. Trading post items for Julie. Julie exclamation point. Bigger. Okay, let's see if the selection thing works here too. Let's see. Wow, Photoshop is doing better at this. All right, so let's do this again. We'll do the highlight thing again. And yeah, that works. Actually, it's not perfect, but let's see if people give a shit. Maybe they won't care. Maybe they won't notice that much. Because like there's like this gap here that's gonna be like kind of popping out, but oh well. I mean, if it pops out in a really bad way, then no one's gonna notice. The Bob Kebab. Good thing I saved 2K for that. That's a lot. That's gonna be that's big spending, dude. Ooh, man. Once again, an upload. See, I usually don't do uploads this frequently, but this is gonna be unusual for the algorithm. I don't think it's gonna like this. But oh well. That's how it goes. When you got news, baby. All right. All right, full preview. July. All right, and where is that picture thing? There we go. Let's look at the let's have a look at the July trading posts, which includes a big hookup for our monthly for completing our traveler's log. I think I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Oh, I don't think I did tags on the previous video, but no, bummer. Okay, July trading post. Ooh, not classic. Wow. All right. And then while that upload's going, let me do a little fix on that previous video. If I can find it. Okay. All right. All right. Greedy, Emissary, Collector's Bounty, and wow. Cool. That's done. Yay. Okay, so I think you've seen enough of me doing background work. I'm gonna head out. I'm finally gonna have lunch. I don't think there's much. Yeah, aside from the weekly, I'm pretty good for today, unless there's like freaking more news that they come up with. Thanks, by the way, Mort, for letting me know. For letting me know that about the trading post stuff. That was very helpful. But yeah, off I go. You guys have a great rest of your day. May your things be good and merry and etc. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, stay brazen.